Mic check.
No, sir.
World
Right,
Cup.
now, I'm Mike.
Have you been watching the World Cup, bro?
I won't say I've been watching, but
Have you at least kind of kept up with it?
Not really. I've just been.
Bro, that shit is rigged, bro. That shit is mad rigged. But what sports isn't, right?
You know what sport isn't?
What?
I don't know.
Like the video game industry? No, I'm just kidding. Bro, honestly, games is like sports, bro. And these like all of these like each company is like the franchises in the sports. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like PlayStation is like the Lakers or something, and then I guess you could say Xbox is the Clippers, honestly, because what the fuck are the Clippers doing, bro? Anyways, I digress.
Can you rig tennis? Is that possible? It's like 1-on-1.
Well, I mean, Marty Supreme kind of proved that you kind of can, right? But that's table tennis, but because you can rig it for like a,
or
you can
like you can. You have to like purposefully lose a game type shit, but like
yeah.
I mean, like the refs, like ref calls and shit like that ain't really gonna do much.
Yeah, I guess not in tennis either.
Oh, this is an out. That was an out. What you talking about? That was an out. That's the only thing I can think of. But
bro, and then like the fucking the heads of the companies are like the head coaches or something like that. It's like everyone's like fire the head. Like anytime something goes wrong, it's like fire the head coach. The Clippers head coach is Ty Lue. We always be saying that shit. Like even though he's like kind of a good coach, I'm like 50-50 on Ty Lue, to be honest, because I feel like coaches are replaceable as we can see with the Knicks, like they literally lost their head coach that's been there for years, and then they got a
They
brand
won.
new one, and in his first year they won the championship. Like, like sometimes maybe it is the head coach, but yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't even finish the intros, bro.
Oh, nah. Sometimes it just be like that.
That's
But
fine.
yeah, nah. Head coach would be like Asha and
Yeah, exactly.
Herman Holst, and then the GMs will be Hiroki and Satya. And you really
And
want to
Nishino
fire the
or some
GM
shit.
sometimes, and you just like, bro, them GMs are not getting fired.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny.
Like fire Satya.
It'd be like
ass.
that, bro. Nah, fire Matt Booty, bro.
Not too much on. See, Matt Booty is the assistant coach. He be
Oh
putting
hell
in.
no!
No,
Fuck
look,
no!
look, look. Think about
Nah,
it. Think
he's
about
the
it.
he's the low-key shadow GM, bro. He wants to control everything, and all of his moves are dog shit.
Bro, he don't do no moves. That's what we don't understand.
Bro, he
about
greenlights
Matt
the
Booty.
games. He literally is the most important person
He
there.
greenlights everything. He don't.
I
Like,
know
he's
exactly.
Literally...
That's the problem.
All right, no, wait. Let's do intros real
That's
quick.
the problem,
Let's do intros
bro.
real quick, and then I
That's
gotta
so
get into this
funny,
Matt Booty
bro.
because I'm tired of the Matt Booty. I'm tired of the booty
Bro,
slander,
he's
bro.
not good at his job.
He's
not good at his job.
exactly good at his, like, he literally does
Bro.
exactly the job he was paid to do.
No, you're not
Alright.
supposed to greenlight everything. You're supposed to greenlight the games that fit the talent that you have and the scope of the budget that you have.
The talent are the ones who know what they want to do. They
Nah,
say,
bro, you're
look, if the
supposed to.
talent said,
Dude,
hey,
oh my god,
I want to make
That's so funny.
Hellblade 2.
I'm
And then you
crying.
like, and Matt Booty say, okay, how you gonna
do
do
the
that?
intros, bro.
And
Do the intros,
all right,
bro.
let's go. What it do, what it don't, what it is, and what it ain't. It's your boy, Don Solo. Wait, that's not my intro. It's your boy, Don Otaku, aka Don Solo, aka Solo the Don, aka Solo D Swaggy, aka the #1 Matt Booty supporter. And of course, I'm here with Subegels,
Fuck no.
aka Subeg, aka the Green Thumb, aka the Gaming Gardener, aka the Avatar, aka what you got for me today?
AKA fire both Herman Holst and Matt Booty, bro. They
Nah,
both
bro.
gotta go.
Don't touch the booty. That's
Nah,
all I
bro.
gotta say.
Touch it all. Get
So
it
look
out
at-
of here,
alright.
bro.
So we need to talk about this Matt Booty shit, bro.
Oh my god.
All right, look.
bro.
Matt
I understand what
Booty,
you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I get it.
like, he came in here in a version of Xbox where it was no more dictating who does what and when they do it, right? It
Bro,
was
and look
all
at
about
what's happening though.
Okay,
look
no.
at what's happening though.
everything, but
They're
like
literally about to get dude, that hammer is about to come down on them, bro.
everything Xbox does is a double-edged sword, including this decision. Because guess what? When Xbox was heavy-handed and they were forcing everyone to do what they wanted, that's how he lost Bungie. No, you gotta make Halo, because Halo is the moneymaker. Who's gonna make Halo?
But
You
then
gonna make Halo,
they
Bungie,
literally
but we want to
did
make a new
that.
game. No, fuck that game. What is a Destiny 10-year plan? Nobody care about that. Just make Halo 4. And then Bungie left.
Yeah,
it was
you
like,
ain't gonna
okay.
see me defend Destiny 2, bro.
So like and then it was like Fable. All right, Fable 3, you know, it did all right, but
I
what we
actually
need
think
is a
Fable 3
live
was fun,
service
bro, to be
Fable
honest.
game.
Yeah.
We need a live service multiplayer Fable game. What happened? Fable
What was that game
Legends.
called?
Fable Legends. That
Wasn't
killed
there
the entire
gameplay of that
studio.
game too?
No, you
Didn't
could.
they literally
I played it.
Was
Like,
it fun?
I've played that game. It was
Yeah?
actually decent.
Pretty fun,
like
huh?
it had some good
I
combat.
remember-
It had some really good combat. It had some good ideas. I don't think it was.
2014, bro. That's 12 years ago.
Yeah, I don't think it was the Fable game I wanted though. Like, if I'm being honest, even if it was fun, I still would have liked for it not to exist. And I got my wish, but I also got the monkey's paw situation that Lionhead no longer existed too. So yeah, they used to be
Shut down
heavy-handed.
Lionhead, bro.
They used to be heavy-handed, and they used to do exactly what people are mad at PlayStation for doing. Hey, what do you do? Single player game? No. Work on a multiplayer game for us. Go make a multiplayer game. Go make a multiplayer game. Make this
Bro,
live
this
service
actually
game.
looks fun, bro.
It was really ahead of its time too with the asymmetrical
Bro, it was like a looter
multiplayer.
slasher, bro. It was like a looter
Yeah.
slasher.
It was a looter slasher, but it was an asymmetrical multiplayer game where one person was a dungeon master who would like spawn the enemies and make traps and all kinds of things, while
Damn.
4 heroes
That's
tried to
ambition,
beat the
bro.
dungeon.
Dude, this looks gas. Holy shit. They should have dropped this. Are they fucking stupid?
I mean,
Well,
people played
obviously they
it.
are.
People did not like it. So there was literally, it was playable for everyone. Like you could just
Really?
play it, and people didn't like it. That's
Remember
why
that.
it died.
Hmm.
So it was like they literally gave everyone a chance to try it out because like everyone was like, "Oh, a multiplayer Fable game. Why would I want this?" And not like a co-op,
Yeah.
but like this asymmetrical weird Fable game where you like people played it, and we were like, "Nah, this ain't it."
Mm.
And then that was like the last chance, I guess. But
Wow.
we got the different version of Xbox where they went the complete opposite direction. Let's just let our studios make whatever they want because the studios know best. Obviously, there are studios that know best, and then there are definitely
they
studios that don't know best.
Hold on. They let them make whatever they want, but with no real guidance. Is like my point.
But that's what the studio heads were for. Why do you have a Okay, so when they were independent, did they have guidance before that? No, but they were still putting out South Park, Stick of Truth. They were still putting
That's
out
Obsidian.
Yeah, they're still putting out Hellblade 1. They're still putting
That's Ninja
out
Theory.
who else is out there? They were putting out Dishonored 2 and Dishonored 1 and like
Yeah.
they were putting out bangers with no guidance. Well, no, I guess Bethesda, that was under Bethesda. So
Yeah,
would
that
count.
was.
I'm thinking of the independent ones. Independent ones would be Ninja Theory and Compulsion. And Compulsion, they never put out an actually like you can't complain about anything game. I feel like every single one of their games had something that was missing.
Yeah.
But they always had very good visuals and very good ideas behind them and a good like a great world that you want to play. It just never had the execution in some regard, usually gameplay, which is like We Happy Few could have been the BioShock style game people wanted, and it was this roguelike weird experience survival game. Also, like nobody liked that. But then the DLC kind of went the direction where we wanted We Happy Few to go as like an adventure action game. Anyways, I'm if we keep going, we're gonna do the whole section of the Xbox thing before we even get there. But how you been, Subeg? What's been up?
Oh man, I've been good, bro. I've been good. Bro, I just finished watching the E3 2014 multiplayer demo, and they should have dropped this shit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit actually looks fire. At the end, the girl literally like freezes the thing, the monster, and then they like slash it and it breaks into like a bunch of shards on the floor. Like bro, that's next gen right there. Honestly,
And
I
we
feel like
know
some ideas are too early. You know what I'm saying?
Lionhead, maybe it was too early, but also we know that trailer was not how the game actually launched.
Yeah,
Because it's Lionhead.
Mm.
And we know every time you see a Fable trailer from Lionhead, like believe 50% of that is going to be cut.
Anyways, but yeah, I've been good, bro. I've been working. Bruh, all my jobs are so fucking hilarious, dude. Like, I literally told them I can work 3 nights. I can work fucking Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, right? And these motherfuckers just gave me 2 nights, bro. Like, bruh, I literally stated like, But anyways, it's okay. I'll figure it out because I could just keep on bothering them for shifts, and I'm sure they'll eventually find one for me. So um, that's starting next week because I'm still working full time this week. But other than that, I've been chilling. I've been playing a lot of fucking rematch, cause it's like hella easy to jump in. Even though I played it for like, on my day off, which was what is it, Wednesday today? Uh, so on Monday I literally played it for like 2.5 hours straight, bro. Like I was just I was so like zoned out into the game, like it was crazy. But yeah, man, I've been good. Uh, I haven't had too much time to play. Like when I have been, I've just been kind of sticking with one thing. Uh, been playing the rematch when I'm on the couch for a little bit, and then if I'm in bed, I'll probably put on Xenoblade. Or I talk about Spider Noir last week?
Yeah, you did a little bit.
Okay, so I'm on episode 5 now, 5 or 6. Bro, the show is fucking really good. Like it's actually really good. Um, I really like how, like, you know how like the best Spider-Man shows, uh it's like Peter Parker and Spider-Man, their lives are like clashing, right? Like
Yeah.
they're always they're always like butting heads, and it's like, and he hates it. Like he eventually hates doing both because he's doing so much in both, you know.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing that's happening here, except it's so interesting seeing like an old ass Spider-Man, and like he's like freaking grunting and like in pain anytime he's doing anything. But it's still such a Spider-Man story though at the end of the day. But it's like also like a very detective noir based story, which is crazy because it's like literally like Mouse PI, but like Spider-Man, you know.
You watching it in black and white?
I'm not actually. I'm
Okay.
watching it in color, but I'm watching it on my iPad actually. I'm not even watching it on my like on the TV. But it's been nice to watch it there because the iPad screen is really good because I think it has like the mini LED screen, and mini LED's really fucking good. Like honestly, I hope Nintendo makes like a mini LED Switch instead of like a OLED, because mini LED is like literally like 90% of OLED's benefits, but you're never gonna get that like
That pure black.
yeah, you're never gonna get that pure black, but you're never gonna get the like inking, or like how like if shit like stays on the screen, like it bleeds through the
Yeah,
you're
you
never
won't
gonna
get
get that on a
the-
mini LED.
What is it called? The burn-in.
Yeah, burn in, exactly. Yeah, but it's so good though because I literally seen it like side by side. I was like, bruh, this mini LED TV looks fucking amazing.
Mini LED, you can get as close to black as possible, but OLED's that pure black. It just depends on what you're watching, but that pure black does make a difference.
Oh yeah, it does,
especially
for sure.
with something like with Spider Noir, because it's always like shadows and dark corners and things like that, and that's like when it's the most noticeable that you're on an LCD screen. Like,
nah,
you see
but that's
gray
what I'm
instead of
saying though.
black.
Like I'd be watching it on my iPad, bro, and I'd be like, this is like pitch black to me. Like it looks like an OLED to me.
Yeah, is it
But,
mini LED? I thought it was. I thought
I'm
they'd
pretty
been
sure it is.
OLED for a while.
Nah, I
Or
don't
did they
think.
change
I
their
think
screen
that was
again?
in the M2 because I have the M1 Pro. Let me look at it. M1 Pro iPad.
Because Samsung was the one doing their displays. They were giving them
I don't
the worst
think it
version
was.
of AMOLED.
Mini LED.
Okay.
Yeah, so the one that I have, the M1 iPad Pro, it's a 12.9 inch. It's a mini LED, and then literally the M4 is the OLED. So maybe they had the mini LED until the M4 iPad.
Or maybe it's only on the iPhones that they use OLED, because I know they were using.
Oh no,
OLED
in the
phones.
M4. It's the M4 generation. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, tandem OLED. They always name their shit some fucking. It's like it's the same shit. Just say what it is. Like tandem OLED. The fuck does that mean? But yeah. Essentially, all screens are just like 3 different types right now. It's LCD, which can be like 20 different names. It's mini LED, which can be like a few different names, and then it's OLED, which can be a few different names. But Yeah, what was I talking? Switch 2? Yeah, I hope the Switch 2 just comes with a mini LED screen. I feel like that, like they can go budget with that, but also include like VRR and 120 frames and all that shit with that too. So, I feel like, they should do it. I feel like if
TCL,
that's the upgrade, what happened?
TCL, get them
TCL.
TCL boys on there.
Do they have mini LED screens?
Oh yeah, all of their screens
They're
are mini,
good.
or I shouldn't say all of them, but like their mid range is all mini LED.
Yeah, go with TCL. Might as well if you're gonna get, because they kind of budgeted out on the screen this time around. But I really think they went super budget with the battery. I feel like that's what they went super budget with, like, but it's optimized for it. So like I don't think any like game really pushes less than 2 hours. Like I feel like you can get like 2 hours on it, you know, like really easily with most games.
Yeah.
With the Switch 2 right now. But
Star Fox actually drains battery more than I thought it would. But
Yeah.
when you, I guess when you look at it,
yeah,
like, yeah, makes sense.
60 FPS and it looks like that. Dude, I just wish I wish in the next Star Fox game they like are able to implement like how Star Fox feels at Smash Bros, but in like 3D and like in an adventure game. That'd be fucking sick. Like getting out of the ship and then going back into the ship
Bro,
and going.
if
Like,
I see, if they show
that'd be
me
so
Arwing
cool, dude.
gameplay and then you're in deep space, like in Sector Y, and then you're over here like fighting everybody, and then you go land onto a planet, like you go into the atmosphere and then you start like fighting in the planet, and then you land and get out the ship. Like I'm a bro. It's like that's gonna be. I'm just
insane,
gonna
dude.
like die right there. I'm just gonna.
Dude, they should do it. They should do it, man. That'd be so cool, bro.
But yeah,
I'm good though. I'm chilling.
that's what's up. Yeah. As for me, actually took a trip to Seattle over the
Nice.
weekend, and
You had a business meeting?
oh nah, nothing crazy like that. Just oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. We went over there for the 4th of July weekend, and nothing crazy. We just wanted to get out and have some fun. So went to the Seattle Aquarium.
Mhm.
That was cool. Not the best aquarium I've been to. Shout out to the Houston downtown aquarium. But it was cool. We actually got lucky because they just added a new section of the aquarium. They built a whole pavilion for it, and that opened up a little bit before we got there. So we actually got to see some of the new aquariums, which was cool. But I was hoping we would actually be able to see some of the events, but like the timing that we got there, none of the events were going on. So that was like, that kind of sucks, because I wanted to see some seals or otters, like something. Otters was asleep. Sea lions were asleep. Seals were women and stuff. Nothing crazy though. I was like, we missed out on everything. So slightly
It's all
disappointed.
good.
Slightly, but it was pretty cool though. It was like,
Those animals are in captivity anyways, bro.
yeah, man, but I want to see them having fun in captivity, not sleeping.
Let them sleep, bro. They tired. They don't get paid. They get paid in food.
But left the aquarium. We stayed there for just one night, and then the next day we went to the Pike Place Market, which is this big, like, flea market, not flea market, big farmers market, I guess you could say. But that was cool. Kind of reminded me of like the French Quarter from New Orleans, just the Pacific Northwest version. So that was fun. And then, you know, I had to stop by Redmond. Had to go step into Microsoft offices real quick. Went all like they had
No, I'm just
They were
kidding.
like, "Oh shit, is that Don Otaku?" Like,
Oh,
I'm like, I need to speak to Satya. He's like,
they rolled
"Yes,
out
sir,
the
right
red
away."
carpet.
Oh yeah. And then Satya was there with his, his bitch ass. And I just pulled up like Will Smith on him. And then
Be like, give me 450,000 shares of your company right now. Nah.
nah, but we were in Redmond just for a little bit. There was a restaurant that we wanted to go to over there.
Yeah.
But other than that though, it was just chill, walking around, exploring.
Hella funny.
Nothing too crazy though.
He said we had to do it, and then he just did the Thanos snap right in front of you.
Yeah, man. But
You just see the person right next to you just disappear. You're like, oh, no.
it's always fuck Satya. But shout out to the other Redmond headquarters, Nintendo of America.
Yeah. Shout out.
Bro, but it was packed as fuck.
It's like at Redmond, you go at the Nintendo headquarters, you go in, they give you a little Mario cookie, and it's like everyone's just like fucking having so much fun and shit. In the Microsoft headquarters, like everyone's just like heads down, like no one's talking to each other, no one's comfortable.
But they had, so we went on to like the worst possible time to visit Seattle because it was 4th of July weekend, which obviously is already gonna be packed just on that alone.
Ooh.
And
Oh yeah.
they
That's
were
probably a shit ton of
hosting
traffic.
they were hosting the World Cup games in Seattle.
Oh yeah, they were.
But I didn't know that. So we got there, and then that's when we realized that they were literally hosting games that Monday. So there were people already coming in traveling to the weekend to Seattle. So it was packed because of that. But there was also a Mariners game that was playing that Saturday on 4th of July. So it was just like there was people everywhere. It literally looked like New York.
Playing now, bro.
Yeah, it literally looked like New York, bro. Like there was people just all on the sidewalks, like everywhere. But it was cool though. It wasn't too bad. But then when we got on that train, oh my, like bro, I ain't never been in a packed train before. I never experienced that. But
yeah,
we were like sardine packed. I shouldn't say sardine packed. That's excessive. But it was definitely more packed than I've ever seen. But yeah, that was basically my trip to Seattle. But other than that, nothing too crazy been going on. So let's go ahead and get into what we've been playing. I've actually been playing a lot of interesting and great games, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and start.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing a lot of fucking great games too. Like, I've been playing Rematch. I only have one achievement left. Get 100 assists. I'm at 96. And it's funny because remember how the game's achievements were glitched for me?
Yeah.
I actually already have way more than 100 assists. So it's whenever the game actually started counting from there. So yeah, 4% left. So just 4 more assists left, which is so it's been fucking hard to get, I'm not gonna lie. But because it's really hard to coordinate with randos, you know? Like I can't really tell them to cut, you know, and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm a great teammate.
Quick chat.
Oh no, they do, but I just don't usually use it. And
okay.
like the 1 or 2 times that I have used it, no one has like talked to me. So, but I've been getting the assists. Like I still like I'll do my best out there and stuff. Like I usually am able to convince the squad that I'm with like how I play, you know. And you could tell like if someone is just always wanting to hold on to the ball, it's like that's so fucking annoying. And usually it's the goalie that does that. They like run up with the ball and they just hold on to it until like you'll see the enemy team, like you'll be like hella far into their like field, right? and then you'll see the enemy team just kick the ball while he's like not even close to the goalie net or whatever, and then it's like, fuck, you already know that shit's gonna go in, you know? You don't even gotta do anything, and when you do that shit, you just like feel so defeated, bro. But when it works, bro, it's like so quick. Like getting the ball down, it happens in a flash, you know? And I feel like you can get a lot of shots up. And it's so annoying when people just always want to hold on to the fucking ball. But I'm starting to learn how to use my walls now a little bit better. I'm not just throwing it off the wall like if I'm like trying to like go for an assist at the goal. Like I'm also throwing it off the wall if I'm trying to get away from defenders and stuff. Like, and if I'm like hugging the wall and stuff, like I'll like kick the ball up off the wall and like chase after it and stuff like that. It's just so much fun, dude. Like the skills. I'm still don't use headers. Like I still never touch the headers because I'm really inaccurate with those. But yeah, the skill ceiling is there, man. It's so good. So yeah, I love it, man. It's I think I have like, I don't even know, dude. I have like a lot of hours in rematch. But outside of that, still been playing Vampire Crawlers. They updated it with the like where you can switch out the cards with their mana or their like sort of what type of card it is. They added that, but that update kind of broke it on the Ally X for me, where it's like now it thinks like I don't have a controller. It thinks like I'm only using like either touch or keyboard and mouse, and it's like really fucking annoying. So I don't even know. I gotta fucking fix it, figure it out. But you know, that would not happen on the Switch, just saying. But what's it called? I have like 360 Gs now. So like I don't even know what that is, like 36 or maybe like 40% in the game.
Yes, thousands of 30, or I don't think it's like exact percentage of how long you have to
yeah
beat it.
I think it's like also I have like almost like 61 achievements unlocked or something, so I think I still have like a ton more, like if not like maybe like 80 more or something like that. But yeah, it's so good, dude. It's I had like a really insane, I think that run was with Pugnala. Is that how you say that character's name? Or Pugnala?
I don't know, but I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but I use that character a lot. I used one, I forgot which one it was, but I had like almost like 20 cards on the screen, bro. It was hella cards, and it was going crazy, and I was kind of like checking out, just spamming A or just spamming play all. So I was like, fuck this, like I ain't gonna go through all these cards, bro. But the game kind of reminds me of Balatro in a way, to be honest, with like the whole card system. But I think I'm starting to like card-based games. I don't know. I'm starting to become
I don't know what game got me just like loving cards in an RPG style game.
For me, it's Balatro, bro.
Nah, it wasn't Balatro. It was before that.
Bro,
I forgot what game it was. But there was a card-based game. I mean, you could say like Pocket Card Jockey, but it wasn't really an RPG. But that was like the first card and like different genre kind of mix that I've played. And then probably like SteamWorld Quest might have been the other one. But yeah, cards are dope. I remember everyone really wrote off Marvel Midnight Suns just because of the card base, like, and that game was actually dope as hell.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Firaxis. Or not Firaxis, but R.I.P. Which Firaxis? Team was that? No, it wasn't Firaxis is still alive because they make Civilization, but whichever team. No,
the team with.
But they fired the head of that, like the XCOM guy. They fired him, which stupid.
Yeah. Outside of that, I played a little bit of Xenoblade. I'm in chapter 8 now, I think. Cause I'm past the Machna Forest, so I beat that boss. Actually, I'm starting to get pretty good at that combat system, because it's like you have to play the certain like colors in a certain like order to get like really high damage. So I'm starting to figure that out at least a little bit. But yeah, man, I'm actually happy I didn't just restart the game, because if I did, I'd probably be on this game for like 2 or 3 extra months than I am gonna be. Because I'm starting to just steamroll through the enemies, which is good. Um, and it's also like I've seen so many like combat guides and stuff now, so it's like I kind of got it, which is good. But yeah, Xenoblade. I'm trying to think what else I played. Yeah, the Spider Noir. That's what I've been watching. That's what I've been playing. Honestly.
All right. As for myself, as you can see on the screen, your boy finally got to play a game I've been looking forward to for a while. One of those games that I just saw it and I was like, yeah, bro, this shit's about to be A1. And now that I've played it, I can confirm that this shit is S0, bro. Like it's above A1.
S0.
Bro, this game is so good.
What is it?
And that is Avatar Legends, the fighting game. Bro.
Oh, that's good.
Bro.
This
game feels so good to play. First and foremost, fuck
Are you playing it on your PC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard this game runs like fucking dog shit on consoles.
Yeah, definitely haven't played it on console, but first and foremost, fuck Toph. Hate Toph. I hate Toph. She is so cheap. But it makes sense because it's Toph.
Yeah.
Like, she's goated. And she's goated as fuck in this game. But goddamn, I cannot stand playing Tophs in this game.
I would play as I would probably play as fuck, I'm forgetting her name. What's
Azula?
what no the Avatar in
Korra?
Yeah, Korra. Jesus Christ, I was hella.
Yeah, Korra was actually the first character I tried out. I did like her, but then I switched it up to Azula, and then I fell in love with Azula.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe I'd probably try Korra and then Zuko. That's probably the two I would go with.
Zuko is cold also.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
But I like they're very similar, Azula and Zuko. But I like how they made Azula's fighting style. So Azula, she has like these traps you can set, and you can basically like set the floor on fire, and that'll like slowly drain whoever, like if the other player is standing in that spot, they'll just slowly drain their health. But you can do like a half blaze that doesn't really do any damage, but it like sets a trap so that if they're standing there, you can do an attack and it'll break their block if you set it ablaze while they're standing there. And that move has been like so effective once I learned how to use it properly. I've just been like setting the traps on the ground and then lighting them up so I can break their block and get a combo in. But this game, like, it being a 1v1 fighter, which we do not get enough of anymore because everything wants to be a tag fighter now, which is cool. Like, if you're gonna do a tag fighter, you better be as good as Marvel vs. Capcom 3, or else you just look like, I just don't want to play it. I would rather play something else if we're gonna have mediocre tag fighters. But this,
bro, like, this shit looks like the anime, dude.
Bro, it literally looks like it came straight out of the anime. And
bro,
the fact that the team who made this is sorry, I did say anime. It's not an anime. Yeah, it's not sorry.
Yes. Nah, it is anime, low-key.
It's not anime.
It's Western anime.
There's no such thing as Western anime because
bro, it's Western anime, bro.
It has to be Japanese for it to be anime. But anyways, yes, not anime. it's just a cartoon, which it sounds like when you say cartoon though, it like undersells what it actually like. It feels like you're underselling it by calling it a cartoon. Also, cartoon just sounds kind of.
It's hand drawn and animated, bro.
No, like it sounds not dated,
bro. Watching
like,
gameplay,
it sounds like
bro.
you're degrading the like. It's always just a cartoon. Like it just sounds low quality.
Bro, Toph is Toph is fucking Sokka up, bro.
Bro, Toph is so deep. I cannot stand Toph. Like, but it like I can't hate either because Toph is really like she's really like that. So the beta only lasted from July 2nd to July 5th. So I really didn't even I only got to play right before we left for Seattle. So I didn't even get to play the full weekend, but I love this game so far. It's fluid. It's simple enough that you can kind of pick up and play with any character, but it does have a lot of depth, which I did fight this one Zuko who just was comboing the hell out of me. And I was like, yeah, I am not doing any of that. I need to learn how to do that. Like, obviously the training is locked, so there's no way I can just like learn the trials. I can go on YouTube and stuff like that, which this is a beta. I really don't care enough to go on YouTube to learn how to play. I'll just like feel it out.
Yeah, of course.
But
that's what I did with Tokon when I played Tokon's beta. I was just like, fuck it, let's just play it. Because the games, they should teach you how to play it. I mean, it's still a video game at the end of the day.
Yeah, and they do that. Like they have like the basic training where it teaches you all the buttons, and then it has just free training where you can just practice freely. But you can see that they have trials, which is like that's where you really learn how to do the standard combos and the standard punish moves and everything. But that's locked in the beta. You have to wait till the full game to really get into that. And that's like the one thing that was missing in Invincible Versus that I was upset about. It's like, y'all have no trial mode to like learn how to do the combos. But the thing that really surprised me about this game is the flow mechanic. That really turned this game into something special. So essentially the flow mechanic is a defensive and traversal kind of maneuver that every character has their own style. So, but like basically holding A, just without moving the stick or anything, you go into this defensive position where you start dodging everything. Like anything that comes your way, you just, and like it's so stylish and it's so like it just feels so good when you pull it off. When someone like runs up on you to do an attack and then you just dodge like a 3-hit combo and then you just like you counter it afterwards, bro.
Fucking awesome, dude.
It looks so smooth, and like I've never seen a game that made their dodge system so like it's such an aura farm when you pull it off and then you combo them back. Like that shit hits different than any game that I've seen before. Like most games like How Dead or Alive, they have like the parry system. This one is just so much cooler to me. But they have that, but then if you like use the analog while pressing A, you can like with Azula you can like dash forward using her fire to propel you closer to them and then get in, because she's a very aggressive character. But she also has an air dash too, so if you jump in the air she can propel herself forward and then like drop down on the character. But also she can dodge and propel herself back, so if you know like you're in a tight position and you need to like back up and like shoot projectiles or something, she can jet backwards and like get away. Also, I played this Sokka, who Sokka is the joke character. Like he's basically Dan from Street Fighter, but bro, he's also pretty cheap. When you use that boomerang correctly, that shit is cheap. Cause like he'll throw it and you'll like jump over it and you think that it's over, and then it will like come back and hit you in the back of the head. But this game might be my fighting game of the year, bro. Like
it's coming out this month, though.
I know. This might be it, bro. Like the fact that it's a 1v1 fighter and it feels as good as like a Street Fighter, because honestly, outside of Street Fighter 6, we have not had a really good 1v1 fighting game.
It's been a while, yeah. It's been a long time.
It's literally Killer Instinct 2013, Street Fighter 6, and then that's it. Like that's literally the timeline for good 1v1 fighters. I'm not even joking. And I should say 2D fighters, because Tekken, like I just don't really care about 3D fighters, but I know people like Tekken. I know people. Dead or Alive 5 was actually pretty good. Dead or Alive 6 was terrible though.
We're about to get the other one too from
Which
Sega.
One? Oh, Virtua Fighter, yeah.
That's about it. That's 1v1, right?
That's a 1v1 3D fighter. But as far as 2D games, we've been lacking when it comes to the 2D fighters outside of Street Fighter. But yeah, I've talked about Avatar enough. It's amazing. If you have any kind of like interest in fighting games, I definitely recommend this game. And especially for the $29.99 price, like that's a fucking steal. Especially when these motherfuckers are charging $50, $60, $70 and then telling you that you need a season pass to get all the content afterwards, that it's going to be another $30 each, $40 each. So I feel like $29.99 for the initial asking price, and then you can get season passes for $20 after that. Like I'm okay with that.
And they're launching on all consoles, right? It's like Xbox, PlayStation, Switch 2. Yeah.
Switch 2.
I might cop that Switch 2 version depending on how it runs. You know what's weird, bro? I feel like games have been more stable on the Switch than they have been on the PlayStation and Xbox, to be honest.
Watch Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen run so much better on the Switch 2 than it did at launch on the Xbox PC or PS5.
That'd be crazy, bro.
So another game that I picked up and me and Spitta got a chance to play, Streets of Fury EX, which is actually a pretty old game, but I just kind of found out about it from Wario64. He was just like, hey, this game, you know how he's always been like, this game's on sale.
Yeah.
And then he'll like show a little clip. He'll show a little 10-second clip of the game.
Yeah.
And then I saw this and I was like, hold on, this will actually look pretty live. So Streets of Fury EX is a beat 'em up, but it uses the digitized characters, like the old school Mortal Kombat, where it's like real people and they just film them and then like put them into the game as the characters. So every character in this game is just an actual person just being filmed doing their attacks. And it looks stupid like at first, but then when you play the game, this is like one of the best beat 'em ups that I've played outside of the River City games. Like,
wait, what game are you talking about now again?
Streets of Fury EX.
Oh, isn't this the Sega game?
No, not Streets of Rage. This is
Fury EX.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is an indie beat 'em up that uses the digitized characters. Or I think
Oh,
that's what
okay,
they're
okay, okay.
called.
I'm
From like
seeing it, yeah.
the OG Mortal Kombat games. And like it looks like it would be something dumb until you actually start playing it, and then you realize that nah, they actually killed it. Like they killed it with the gameplay. The combat in this game is so good. The combos, the air combos, the launching, bro, they got everything right with this game. So me and Spitter were playing this actually last night. We were literally just playing it, and of course we turned on friendly fire because it's always hilarious just beating up your friends on accident.
Yeah.
And then you say it's an accident and you just keep on beating them. But they even have like they have Reinhardt, who's an FGC guy from I think he's from UK or somewhere over there. But he's a FGC guy. He plays a lot of Tekken, Virtual Fighter, and all those. And they have him as a character in this game, which is pretty cool. And I think there's some other people, I just don't know them, but it seems like they have guest characters from like the community, basically, like streamers and fighting game players, FGC people.
Yeah.
But I don't know all of them, but I know Reinhardt. So this game plays like a Streets of Rage like 4 though. Like the combo system, you can link all of these moves together, and it's just funny like seeing the animations from these from these people just like acting. Like Reinhardt literally pulls out a fight stick and starts like hitting you with it. There's like a character who has a gun. There's a character who has like this little kendo stick. And then there's this girl who like they were literally doing Chun-Li moves with her. But like when you see her do the spinning bird kick, it looks so fucking goofy because she's like, you could tell that they just had her like upside down, and then you just see her like sprite spinning around.
Yeah.
But this game is cool as fuck. Like I feel like it's a top tier beat 'em up, but it's goofy as hell, which is hilarious to play. But like the actual systems of this game is A1. But it was on sale for like $4.99, I want to say, maybe less. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick this up. And then I gifted a copy to Spitta, but then we realized that there's no online co-op, which fucking sucks. So we have to remote play. So I ended up buying him a copy for no reason.
That's so funny.
But other than that, another game that I was actually watching Instagram with Cindy, or we're just in bed, and then like she was scrolling through Instagram, and then we came across this clip from this game that I've never heard of. And I was like, she was like, I want to play this. I was like, really? This game? I was like, okay. Like, it's rare that Cindy is like, I want to play this game specifically. Like, usually it's me just being like, hey, new co-op game, let's play. And she's like, okay. But since she wanted to play this, I was like, all right, for sure, I'm gonna buy it. And it was on sale. So got her a copy, got me a copy. And the game is called Hold Fast Nations at War. And this is a musket era shooter with 150 maximum players. So they do American Revolution, but they did just add an update where you can do World War One. So you do have some kind of modern era version of this game as well. But the one that we played was just the American Revolution because they were doing like a 4th of July. They had a 4th of July update for that. And then they have like Age of Sails where it's pirates versus like the Navy. And then you can do ship battles and you can like board the ships and attack and all of this other stuff. So, but this game is low-key fun as hell. The community that are like, this game is old also, but the community on here is still like, they're pretty deep because there was like there was at least 10 to 12 servers because they do like the server browser like Battlefield, and there was at least like 12 servers that were like completely full, 150 people. So there's still a pretty sizable fan base on this game. And when we were playing, these motherfuckers were in character. They were role playing, like British accents and all, like they were not, you like, it was like one kid who was just like being a kid, but like everyone else was literally in character. They're like, to war at times, like bro, that shit was hilarious. I didn't want to say anything because I knew I was gonna like fuck it up, and I was like, I'm just gonna be quiet, bro. I'm gonna let them immerse themselves. But it's literally muskets, like blunder, what is it, blunderbuss, swords, pikes. Like it's straight up, you shoot one time, and then if both of y'all miss, y'all are just, all right, wait for me to reload. Oh, come on, wait until I reload, Kevin. And you like you just try to get that shot off, and that shit is actually fun. Like it seems like it'd be slow and boring, but when you get into the action, the fact that there's 150 people in one server, like in one match, it really does like get chaotic as fuck, because even the riflemen, like none of these weapons are accurate. So if you have a pistol, I tried to like shoot somebody from afar, I literally saw the bullet drop before it even got close to him. So you really got to run up on people, and it's hilarious because you'll run up on someone with a pistol and then you'll miss, and then they'll just pull out their sword and then just start fucking you up, or like they'll pull out a pike and then stab you, or if they like you can level up and then you can put a bayonet on your gun, and then it's like Battlefield 1 where you just charge, just stab them. But the mode that we played was basically, what is it called? Not Rush, it was a little bit like Rush from Battlefield.
Conquest?
No, it wasn't Conquest, because it wasn't like you're capturing multiple points. It's where you capture a point and then you go, like you capture A and you're both fighting for A, and then the attackers capture A, and then you move on to protecting B, and then you gotta capture B, and then you gotta capture C, and then if you capture D, and that's the end. But if you don't capture in time, then it ends the game. So like the attacker has to capture all 4 points before the time runs out. I forgot what mode that is. I think it is Rush. It might be something else though. But it's basically that game mode, and once I got the hang of the shooting and like the fact that you can't run, there's no sprint or anything. Clicking the analog makes you walk. That shit was getting me killed because I kept trying to click the analog to run, and then I'd just be walking. I'm like, bro. But I actually had a lot of fun with this. I didn't think that I was at first, but then this actually ended up being, because I've never played this era in a video game before. I mean, I guess fucking Assassin's Creed 3, but that don't count. But I definitely recommend it. I think it was like $9.99 right now. Fun game. And then me and my girl played a Konami game that a lot of people, like, it went under the radar for a lot of people. I remember this being announced, and I just remember it kind of going away and I never heard anybody actually talk about this game. And that's Super Rhythm Castle. Super Rhythm Castle, is that what it's called? I think it's called that. Super Crazy Rhythm Castle. So this is a co-op rhythm adventure game where you are trying to take over. Basically, you're challenging this king who has set up all of these rhythm-based traps and trials that you have to go through. And if you're able to overcome all of them, then you'll be able to become the new king. And that's how every king has been, that's how they've all gotten the throne, is by defeating the previous king's challenges. So you have to play these rhythm games, but it's also like an isometric adventure. And whenever like you're doing a rhythm game section, there's always something happening in the background that you have to like do. So there's always like some kind of puzzle mechanic that's happening at the same time. So like there's like this one that's on the screen now where you have to get a certain score on the rhythm game, but the king keeps on dropping stuff onto the little board that you can see the what's it called. So you have to like clear it off, but like one person is still doing the rhythm game while the other person like starts clearing off the board and making it so that it's visible. And then he'll like send enemies to like mess you up, and you have to like stop them. Like you have to get off the board, stop them, and make sure that the other person is still doing the rhythm section, because at least one person has to be doing the rhythm section so that you get a high score. So usually I would delegate the rhythm to Cindy, because she's a way better rhythm game player than I am, and then I would be doing all of like the puzzle stuff in the background. And then, but there was like one part where it would like switch us between, and that one was hard because it would be like you have to collect all of this gold, and it's like every time you get a good hit, it would drop gold, but then when you do a bad hit, it will like send something. Like if you miss the timing, it'll send something that harms the player and it drops the score. And that one was hard because I kept on fucking it up, and then like we kept on getting 1 star on that one. I could not get the full 3 stars on that one. But this game actually was a lot of fun too. Definitely, there's 2 different difficulties. There's pro, and then there's like the normal. And Cindy was like, yeah, we're playing on pro. And I was like, Cindy, I am not. But like, you can have one person play on normal and one person play on pro. But I was like, I can't be no bitch. Like she's on pro. I'm not gonna switch to normal. Like I gotta be on the same level as her, because I ain't no bitch. Like we not gonna let her just over, like, so you know, we're not gonna do that. So
yeah,
I had to play on pro, and they was fucking my ass up, bro. But I was getting the hang of it after a while. I'm surprised she didn't cuss me out when we were losing. She was very patient with me. But this game was actually pretty cool. Probably get back on it. I don't know. I thought she would like it more, but she was like, it's all right. I was like, what? I got this game for you. But I thought it was pretty cool. But other than that, I think that's everything new that I've been playing. We play some more Escape the Backrooms, and it feels like the game is getting less scary every fucking section. Like the first stage was scary. The second stage, like I was saying, like it was scary at first, but then I just kept getting caught by the fucking enemy, and then I really didn't. I was like, I'm not even scared of you anymore. Pissed off. But like we got to the third level, and then the fucking bad guy of this one was a fucking. It was a black boo from Mario. Like, it was not scary at all. I was like, bro, what is this? And then the next level was this humongous looking dog, and all you have to do is like flash the flashlight at it, and then it would stop charging you. And then I was like, bro, now like I don't even feel scared anymore. Like this shit is not even like, I want to go back to the first level. Just give me more of the first level with just like, I don't know, like a harder enemy or more enemies or something. This one was, I don't know how I feel about it. It's getting less horror, more just like puzzly. You're just doing puzzles and running away from the enemies. But it's all right. More back rooms, please. I don't know what they turned the rest of the game into. Still on, got back on Half Sword and been having fun with that. I'm able to create great swords now, and now I'm just like, I don't have to get close to anybody. I just start swinging my sword, and then they can't do anything unless they have like a spear. But even then, I'm just chopping legs off as soon as you get too close, I'm swinging at your knees every time, and your leg is coming off clean. But now I got to I thought that I had one rank left to get to the max. No, there's like more ranks after where I was. So I got to Man at Arms, which is like, I don't even know where I'm at in the progression now. But these motherfuckers are doing kung fu. Like, they are not playing games anymore. They will literally run up to you with their weapon, but they will drop the weapon, grab you, take your sword out of your hand, and put you on the ground, and then start stabbing you with your own weapon. I'm like, when did I sign up to fight John Wick? Like, I thought that we were playing fucking like haha hee hee sword fight. Like, nah, these niggas are doing martial arts now. I do not like the direction that this is going, because I can't do any of the shit that they be trying to do. I tried to grab somebody before, like I tried to do some kendo to throw him down because I dropped my weapon. No, they do not care when it's you trying to do it. He chopped off my hands, and then like that was it. So yeah, they're no longer playing. Their precision, if you get on the ground, they are going straight for your head. Like it's a wrap for you every time. But this game is hilarious. The game is fun. They did add, now you can break bones, and you can, so like if you're using a blunt weapon, if you hit somebody at the right angle, you can literally break their neck. Or if you hit them in the arm, it'll like snap their arm, or it'll snap their leg. And I thought that's been pretty cool, because now it makes the bludgeoning weapons, like the maces and the hammers, shit like that, they're a lot more effective. because if you break the arms, they literally can't hold the weapon. So it was essentially like chopping off their arm or chopping off their hand. But one time, like, I had this character, he, like, I've died, but every time I would get sent to the abyss, I would always make it out. Bro, I got sent to the abyss and I don't know what happened, but I fell and my leg was behind my head. Like, my leg bent and it like snapped at the knee, and that shit was like at a 90-degree angle, and I couldn't walk anymore. And then it was a wrap. Like, I was like, damn, they chose the worst time to add this fucking update, because before there was no way to like break your bone permanently. Like, you would get back up. I was not getting up. My leg was at 180 degrees, and I was just fucked. Like, they killed my ass, and I had to start over with a new character. That shit was sad. But yeah, man, Half Sword, I'm glad that they're finally starting to update the game. And then, sorry, I know this intro's running long. NBA to run, still on that. Undisputed, still on that. You already know. We that's my sports fix. And then NBA 2K26 on the Switch 2. Still going strong on that. Although I really just play that during work, so I haven't gotten too far. It sucks because I have to keep starting over matches, because I'll be like playing and then I'll set it down to like help a customer. And then if I wait too long to play, like to get back on it, the Switch goes to sleep. And then since you have to be online to play fucking My Career mode, it literally takes you out the match. Like, it'll be like, oh, you lost connection. So you, like, the match is over. You got to start over from the beginning. It doesn't even like save where you were or anything. It's just like, nope. You gotta start that shit over. I'm like, bro, fuck you, 2K. I'm not even playing anybody online. I'm just playing My Career mode, and I can't even do that offline. Ridiculous. But that's all I've been playing. I'm sorry for going long.
Oh, you're good.
All right. With that, I do have a couple on the radars. One of them got from you, so
Yay.
you probably know which one I'm talking about because you shared it in the chat. I actually saw you retweet it first, and nice. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna add that to the on the radar. And then you posted it in the chat afterwards. I was like, but yeah, that game looks really cool. Where is it? And that game is Beyond the Western Deep. So this game has, that is not the right link. This game has a really cool art style that I haven't really seen in a, or maybe I would say it's comparable to, God, what is the games before Towerborn? They did a trilogy.
Banner Saga.
It reminds me of Banner Saga, but a little bit more Disney than like with the animal kind of characters. But
yeah,
this game is called Beyond the Western Deep, and it's a turn-based adventure with a hand-drawn art style, very Disney, old school Disney, and it looks really cool. It has what's that the Dark Cauldron? That's what it kind of reminds me of from Disney, and that was like one of their darkest films. But they even say that like this game can literally run on the weakest hardware, like old ass hardware. I can't remember what exactly what exactly hardware he mentioned, but it was like an Apple II or something like that. Like that's how optimized the game is. But it looks really cool. I'm actually just like off the art style alone, that kind of got me.
Oh yeah.
But how you feeling about West of the Deep? Whatever I
Beyond the
said.
Western Deep. Yeah, I thought I really liked the little trailer that the guy published. Really liked the art style. Art style is great. Yeah, I'm into it. It kind of like a little bit of like Punch Out vibes, I guess you can say, with like the back and forth and how they're swinging and dodging and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm really digging it.
Yeah. War of the Western Deep. So yeah, this one looks really cool. And I have one more, which is one that I literally saw right before we went live. I was like, ooh, definitely gotta add this one. And that one is Brawl Zero. So this one has a lot of the elements that I love in a game. Let me put that on the screen. There we go. It's an FPS with a gravity gun style, like Half-Life gravity gun, but also bullet time, because you can never have too much bullet time. And it's like fast-paced, kind of Half-Life mixed with Doom, I would say. And yeah, I look like the powers that they have in this game definitely give me like immersive sim Half-Life vibes, but then it has that fast-paced Doom action to it. And there's a demo out right now, and I downloaded it. I haven't got a chance to play it, but I'm definitely gonna try this game out after the show because this shit looks too good.
Nice, man.
But you seeing it?
Sprawl Zero.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Should be the second link on the podcast notes under OTR.
Yeah, no, this looks cool. Like this kind of looks like Halo or Doom. This looks fire. Ooh, and he had the sword and shit. Oh hell yeah! No, this looks actually really cool. Let's put this on the wish list.
But yeah, it's coming to consoles also. PS5 and Series X. Although they need to get that Switch 2 version going because it literally looks like it could easily run on the Switch 2. But I like that it's not like they went for that. It literally looks like the Doom remastered. Like it has the lighting effects and it looks like modern lighting, but the textures are still Half-Life 2. I like when they mix the old school 3D with like some modern effects to it.
Yeah, this looks fire.
I can't remember if they had a release date. Hoping
I think it's out already.
Is it?
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it has a. Oh, the demo has a release date.
Yeah,
no,
the demo is out right now. But it just says coming soon. Hopefully 2027, hopefully not too far. This game actually looks pretty fun.
Yeah, this looks sick.
But those are the two on the radars for this week. With that, let's go ahead and get into our first piece of news. What the hell? What am I hearing right now? Oh, I hate when Steam just starts playing trailers. I'm just like, where's this sound coming from? right, let's get into some news. Starting with Assassin's Creed Black Flag, just had its reviews come out, and it's the most positive for an Assassin's Creed game that we've seen since Odyssey, most likely.
Probably even before that. I think it's like close to like when Black Flag first came out, honestly. I'm saying almost nothing but positivity on it. Almost.
But yeah, Black Flag has 80. Actually, let me see what it is right now, because I'm pretty sure it's changed since then. It's 84 on Metacritic, and on OpenCritic it is an 86. So it went down a couple points since the initial reviews came out. But a lot of people are saying like, yeah, this is exactly what you would want from a remake of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. They kept everything that worked and then modernized some of the things that would be outdated today, like the load screens going into each city. The combat has been completely overhauled, where it's a mix between the RPG style and the old school action. So they kind of did their own combat system that hasn't really been in any Assassin's Creed before. But graphically, the attention to detail, like Anvil is doing what Anvil does. Anvil, right? Yeah, Anvil is the Assassin's Creed one.
Yeah, Anvil's Assassin's Creed, and Snowdrop?
Snowdrop is the other one.
And then I think they have a third one for Far Cry.
Do they? I thought that one was
I think
also Snowdrop. Maybe
Dunia?
Oh yeah, Dunia. I'll be forgetting about that motherfucker. Nobody care about
maybe
no
that's
damn
why
Dunia.
Maybe that's why those Far Cry games be struggling.
We do not care about Dunia. Get the motherfuckers on Snowdrop at least.
That's so funny.
So yeah, let's do the skill up review. But skill up strongly recommends Assassin's Creed. What the fuck did I just say? Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. And you know, everyone's calling it the best pirate experience since the original Black Flag. But you know, that's cap, because Cat Quest Pirates of the Caribbean is like the greatest pirate game in gaming. Like, it's not even close. But Assassin's Creed Black Flag is close. It's close enough.
Cat Quest, you said?
Yeah, bro. Cat Quest, bro. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Is that Double Fine?
Nah, no, that's Costume Quest. Cat Quest is I forgot what the indie studio is called, but bro, them Cat Quest games are like deceivingly good. They have no right to be as good as they are, but it's just cats. But yeah, man, I'm excited because I'm about to experience Assassin's Creed Black Flag for the first time, at least giving it a fair shake. I've played it, but I played it and then I was like, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. And then I kind of dropped it.
You like the newer Assassin's Creed more, huh?
Oh yeah. Once I played Assassin's Creed 3, once I played Assassin's Creed 3, I was done with that franchise. I honestly, like, if they would have kept it in the same formula, I probably would not have played an Assassin's Creed game up to this point. Like, I literally would have never played another Assassin's Creed game, and I would have been okay with that. But then Origins came out and they were like, we turned into an action RPG, and I was like, hold on, let me see what they talked about. And then ever since Origins, I was back. I was like, okay. And then Odyssey was the one that really just sold it for me. But I'm excited to see what all the hype was about. Obviously, the gameplay has changed somewhat, but it's essentially the same game, just with a lot more bells and whistles. They even kept the fact that you can put on your hood and take it off at any time, which for whatever reason a lot of Assassin's Creed fans want. Like they were like super hyped about that. I was like, I never even knew that was a feature in the first place. So like I did not, and it doesn't even do anything gameplay wise. It's literally just aesthetic. But you know, sometimes it's the little things that kind of make it feel authentic. But this really does feel like the first Ubisoft game that has really hit all the marks and cater to, like, because this is a very beloved game. So with any remake where you're taking liberties, there's a lot you can fuck up that'll piss off the fan base. And they managed to like really listen to the community. I feel like they were literally changing stuff in real time, because there was like the drunken loading screen, and they like showed what the new drunken loading screen looked like, and it was like he wasn't like actually wobbling and like falling over. And then people complained, and they were like, it was like the screen just was shaking back and forth, and you were just like running normal. And it was like, oh, that's such a downgrade from like the original, where like you would actually see him like stumbling around like a drunk. And then like the next, I can't remember when, but they were like, don't worry, we got the drunken walk in the game. And then they showed like the new version, and then everyone was like, yo, like, so I feel like they're actually paying attention and listening, which is not a Ubisoft thing. Actually, I can't say that, because Ubisoft does it. They always just do it too late. That's the thing with Ubisoft. They listen to the feedback and they implement it. They just implement it so late that no one cares anymore. So the fact that they were able to do all of the things that people wanted before launch, like that's where we
even
need
the
to
lighting
be.
stuff.
Yeah,
Even the lighting stuff.
That's where we need to be at every launch, Ubisoft. So I'm happy for them. I'm glad that and it seems like a lot of people are excited about picking this game up. I hope that this game really sells well, because Ubisoft definitely needs it. Last thing we need is another round of 1,000+ layoffs. So, you know, if you like, I want Ubisoft to have a success when they deserve it, and I feel like they deserve it with this one. Oh, I don't even have this on the screen. I'm tripping. I thought I had this playing this whole time. What is going on? But you picking it up day one or waiting?
Yeah, nah, we on Splatoon Raiders day one, bro. That's my pickup, but we might do that Ubisoft Plus though. We might try to get a couple months of that going. And then and Black Friday, when this game is $19.99, we'll pick we'll pick it up there. I wanted to though. If honestly, bro, if there was no Splatoon Raiders, and if there wasn't like fucking like 7 games that were dropping in September, I would probably get this.
Yeah, man, it's a lot happening right now. Not gonna lie.
And I still have Assassin's Creed Shadows. So
I feel you.
yeah.
But I won't be picking it up day one. just because, like you said, there's a lot going on. But I do plan on picking it up eventually. I don't know why my window is not sizing.
PC Gamer is saying Black Flag the original is better.
I mean, better for its time, or if I replayed it today, better.
That's what he said. He literally said he after he beat the remake, he went back to the 2013 game and beat that one. Interesting though. I haven't really looked into
PC
what.
Gamer, though?
That's no, I mean I don't really care. But what's it called? It's I mean, I think it looks really good.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to eventually. Like, I do want to play it before, at least before September, because once September rolls around, it's a wrap. But I already have my July games locked in, which is Avatar and Splatoon Raiders. So, oh, and Halo, but I'm not paying for that.
Oh
so
yeah,
it's not. But I've seen a lot of people happy that they got rid of the real world elements, because a lot of people did not like the real world elements of Assassin's Creed 4, supposedly. Which I feel like I've never really cared about that. After Desmond died, like, it was like, okay, who cares? Even in Odyssey and Valhalla, and I was just like, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But shout out to Ubisoft. Hopefully this is the first of many wins and not a one-off. I think their next game is going to be Rayman remake. So
oh yeah, that's in October, I think.
Yeah, 2 back-to-back remakes. I'm actually kind of coming around on Rayman. Like I said, it was unnecessary, but honestly, Rayman Legends is pretty fucking good. I don't mind if it's a good remake. I don't mind supporting it just to support Rayman and make sure that they know that we want Rayman. But yeah, man, that's Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed Black Flag reviews. And then we have some previews for Orbital, which has been getting a lot of positive results or reviews, previews, whatever you want to call it.
Nice, dude.
So we had Game Informer, and that's really the only one that I actually watched, because I fuck with Game Informer.
Bro, I'm picking this one up. Are you picking this one up?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, then I guess I was literally trying to convince my girl last night. I was like, remember It Takes Two? And she went from happy to like sad, because she's really not great at like platformers and stuff. And she's like, oh, she's like, that's what this game is like. And I was like, it's okay. I was like, we can figure it out. And she's like, okay. And I showed her like what it looked like, and she was like more like on board because of like the anime style. But yeah, no, this game looks fucking sick.
Yeah, I will be at least playing with my girl the first time through. So
the first ever Ferris like.
Bro, I can't wait for Ferris like to become a thing.
Bro, and it's like a freaking anime game, dude. This game looks so good.
So yeah, as soon as I resize this window, they want to. It's like some videos are correct and then others are not. Okay. Anyways. Game Informer, they said that it was like gonna be the surprise co-op hit.
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
they were very
Imagine Orbitals
positive
wins
on it.
Game of the Year, bro. That'd be crazy.
Bro, if it hits like It Takes Two, we might have another upset out of nowhere, and then everyone's gonna be like, who the fuck is this game? How did this win?
And it's Switch 2 exclusive. 10 million plus sold in like a month now.
And it's on a cartridge, fully physical, real physical.
And it's $10 in the pre-order off if you pre-order it. Ooh.
But yeah, this art style looks great even in 3D. Like, it looks so sick. I love this style of co-op. I love even like playing online, just being able to see the split screen and being able to see what your partner is doing at all times. And I think it's like 30, but because it's like this old school anime vibe, it doesn't really matter. Like, it has that like stop motion kind of vibe,
Yeah.
but it works. But yeah, I'm excited for Orbitals. I think it's gonna be great. Just from like the gameplay sections that we've already seen, it feels like they did take a lot of inspiration from It Takes Two, and they're mixing it up every section. One section you're in a spaceship with one person on a turret and the other person flying. The next section you're using these ray guns to like help each other, and they both have different functions. So yeah. Shout out to Orbital, shout out to Shapeform. I forgot their name. And Kepler, bro, Kepler, we need to talk about how Kepler might be the next like Focus Interactive. Like, they have been hitting it out the park when it comes
Yeah, I think
to
Rematch is Kepler as well.
Yeah, Rematch.
Player Obscure is like
Expedition
Kepler
30,
as well.
yeah, Expedition 33, Orbitals. I feel like the only Kepler game that I know about that had some kind of reach that did not hit was fucking Scorn. But that's like the only one that I can think of from Kepler that just didn't hit at all.
Yeah.
But they got an eye for sure. Let me see. What I'm about to go through Kepler's games. So they're showing Orbitals, Ontos, which is the new game from Soma devs. That's Kepler. Tank Rat, or I hate tanks, but like that Tank Rat game looked okay. It looked cool. Player Obscure, Rematch, Bionic Bay. I don't know about that one. Solasta 2. I really need to play that one, but I know that's gonna be a time sink, and I'm probably gonna want to play that with my girl, and it's gonna be a whole thing. Flintlock, good ideas, not as good execution. Ultros, I've heard, is really good. I actually have it on my Switch too, and I've not played it once.
That's a Metroidvania, right?
Yeah, with that really cool art style.
Yeah, dude. They really like interesting art styles, because even Rematch is like a cartoony kind of anime style game too.
Yeah, Pacific Drive, heard nothing but good things about that one. Cat Quest Pirates of the Caribbean, like, come on, bro.
Oh, that's your game,
bro. Like, I didn't even know Kepler did that, but we on. and then Scorn. They did
Chia. Chia. That game has an interesting art. Dude, even Scorn has an interesting art style, bro. They all have. They like those.
And then
cool
obviously their breakout was Sifu.
Sifu's a good ass game too.
But Kepler, they got an eye for talent for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right. You know, maybe we need whoever's over there at Kepler to like go help Matt Booty find his eye.
I don't think Matt Booty ever gonna find that eye, bro. I think he need to get out of there.
Hey man, look, Matt Booty, he's a Midway OG. All right.
Yeah, he was the reason why. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, we're not gonna do that. Midway is the fact that Midway was pumping out great games and they still went under because of just bad finances and like just the overlord just not being good at what they do. Same thing with like THQ. THQ was pumping out great stuff, but they just did not know how to manage money, and then that's what the reason that they went under. Actually, I feel like with Midway, once they lost the NFL license and then Blitz just became Blitz the League, it wasn't the same. Nobody picked that shit up anymore. All right, what's next? Now let's get into some of the bigger news. All right, Nintendo. You know, we always talk about like Xbox and PlayStation shutting down stuff and discontinuing and all this, but like Nintendo, we got to talk about them, bro. It's a wrap for them. Nintendo is discontinuing the Switch 1 in Europe. It's a wrap, bro. Like, it's over. Nintendo's dead. This is the worst news I can find for Nintendo. I'm sorry. I trying to bring them down to the level of PlayStation and Xbox so that we can say some bad things about them, but it's just hard sometimes. But Nintendo is discontinuing the Switch 1 in Europe starting February 2027. And if you don't know the reason for this, it has to do with a new law, regulation, I don't know what they call them. Anyway, there's a new law where essentially any kind of mobile device has to now have a removable battery. In Europe, they made that a law, I guess. And because of that, the Switch 2 was redesigned in Europe to have a removable battery, which is sick because removable batteries are fucking awesome. But when it comes to the Switch 1, I'm pretty sure they were like, well, like the Switch 1 generation's over, like we don't really see any reason to just redesign the Switch 1 just to add this removable battery when the Switch 2 exists. We might as well just discontinue it early in Europe. But they will continue to sell it everywhere else. Like it won't stop production outside of Europe. So Nintendo Switch will still be hitting that 160 million. PlayStation fans, they got a little excited. They were like, they're not gonna sell the Switch 1 no more. Yes, that 160 million. PS2, we still up. Yeah, nah, not happening. So yeah, that's essentially the news for that. But don't worry, we're not done with Nintendo because they are doing the unspeakable. And they are shutting down. They are discontinuing and making Mario Kart unplayable. It's a wrap for Nintendo, bro. It's over. Mario Kart, bro, like it's a wrap. No more Mario Kart. Tour, the mobile game. They are discontinuing Mario Kart Tour, and obviously it being a online only game, that means you will not be able to play the game starting September 29th. Which does suck because with Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, I believe it was called, they turned it into an offline game once they discontinued it. But it does not seem like they're gonna do that here. But let's see. So they will be making like all of their subscriptions free starting August 4th, and then you can just play with all of the cool stuff right before they close it down for you the next month. So it sucks, but that is kind of how these live service games go, and that is why that's the only, like, the stop killing games movement I fuck with. Just like, you have to make it an offline version of the game. Like, make it offline. It is hard, it's gonna take some time, but if you're gonna shut down a game, give us a way to play the game. I would kill to still be able to play Knockout City, like just finding player versus, or not player versus player, peer-to-peer servers for Knockout City, or even just playing against bots, something. But no, I can't play the game at all. I mean, there are ways through illegal means. Is it illegal? The game don't even exist. How you gonna get mad at someone for playing a game that was free and it does not exist anymore? So yeah, how you feel about the discontinuation of Mario Kart Tour with no offline version in sight?
Yeah, I mean, people are gonna lose that on if they're. I'm sure there is microtransactions and stuff in that. But,
bro, there's a ton of microtransactions. This is right below Fire Emblem Echoes, or not Echoes, Fire Emblem. What is that one? The mobile game, Heroes. Fire Emblem Heroes is their number one, like, most revenue from a mobile game. Mario Kart Tour is right under there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel any type of way about it because I don't really play. I haven't played it, but I mean, it sucks for the people that did and did put money into it.
Yeah, that's really the thing about it. People put, like, there are whales in this game who have sunk probably thousands of dollars, and then you just turn around and be like, yeah, bro, now all of that money that you spent, it means nothing because this game does not exist anymore. No refund either. Sucks. Like, that was me with Sega Heroes. The only mobile game that I really sunk like hundreds of hours into. Me and Spitta were on that game crazy because it was a genuinely fair game where you could do almost everything without spending money. You would just have to, like, play it daily, and not even like play it for hours. It was literally like you play it for 10 minutes at a time throughout the day, and then that would be enough for you to just, like, you would be up there with the best of the best of the best on the leaderboard who were actually like paying money just to speed up the process and shit. But that game was amazing, and then they shut that shit down. Heartbreaking. But they were like, hey, we're gonna give you all this money, give you all the characters. But yeah, it's not a big deal for us because I definitely played Mario Kart Tour like 2 or 3 times and then never really touched it again. But I also understand why people are like, people who did play this, if you're upset, I totally understand. Like, it sucks to put time and money into a game and then it just vanishes. Feels like a waste. But yeah, RIP Mario Kart Tour. Hopefully they can maybe figure something out in the future when it comes to getting some kind of offline mode. But one good caveat, I guess, is that they did put most of the Mario Kart Tour maps into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So you have a little slice of Mario Kart Tour there. All right. We got some new leaks, bruh. We got some new leaks. Pokemon Winds and Waves, the most anticipated JRPG of 2027. What is a Persona 6? Nobody give a fuck about that. It's all about Pokemon Winds and Waves. So, Central Leaks got some new info. And looking pretty good out here, bro. I'm about to put the trailer on because I haven't seen it in a while. So here's what's going on. Let me pop this out. So Pokemon Winds and Waves is looking like it is going to have the highest amount of new Pokemon ever in a new Pokemon game. Almost 300 new Pokemon / Pokemon forms will be added to this game. And let's see. So for context, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet had 103 brand new Pokemon species. 103. This will have around 300, which is crazy. When you think of, we had 150 in Gen 1. Gen 2 brought it to 250, only added 100. Gen 3 brought it to 387, which was slightly more. And then I stopped counting after that game. But it's usually been like 100 to 150 max, and sometimes lower than 100. I think like X and Y and Sun and Moon, they did not bring, like, they were under 100. But 300? That's pretty crazy, especially with all like the ambitious things that they're doing outside of like actually adding Pokemon with the new engine and everything. Like, now we get 300 new Pokemon too. And they also said the new battle mechanic will introduce special weather forms for some Pokemon, which we saw with the leaks. The little wobbly looking Pikachu. But that's going to be the Mega / Gigantamax kind of form. And they're going to be weather based this time. So I'm going to see what that looks like probably the next time we see. But 300 new Pokemon is pretty ridiculous, especially now that we've hit over 1,000 already. I feel like we're not gonna have that many returning Pokemon if they're gonna add 300 new ones. Now that does include forms of other Pokemon, so like they'll usually have like region versions of each one. So we might see a lot of region versions of Pokemon that are like slightly unique to the original. So I can see them that probably filling up a lot of that 300. But even then, still a lot. How you feeling about this?
Yeah, I kind of hope you're right. Like I remember in the OG Pokemon games, it'd be like you wouldn't find like the old Pokemons from the past gens until you like reached a certain point, right? Where it's like most of the times you'd be just running into the newer Pokemon, which I kind of hope is what they do. That'd be cool if they kind of brought that back too. This also tells me it's like variations. It'll probably be like it's like one new Pokemon, and then that Pokemon will have like maybe like 4 or 5 different variations, you know? So the number might be a little bit inflated there.
That's what some people were rumoring. Like we'll probably have Pikachu with a new form for each weather type, or like a Eevee with a new form for every weather type. Like it'll just be like the older Pokemon just getting cool forms that we haven't seen. And then you can technically say like the 2 Pikachus that we already saw, the Mamachu and whatever the fuck, Miss Windy Chew and Mr. Wavy Chew, yeah, something like that. Like that counts as 2 new Pokemon, even though they're just Pikachus with fucking shirts on. So I can see them doing shit like that. If they're just gonna throw clothes on Pokemon and then call them a new species, maybe that's gonna fill up the roster as well. So we'll have to see how much of that is actually new Pokemon and how much is fluff. But still excited regardless of how many Pokemon are added. I'm more excited about the features that they're adding more than how many Pokemon. But there was some other stuff, some new details from some notable Pokemon leakers. So they're saying that the game is being described as an MMO light with a lot of focus on communication features. It will follow a similar structure to Scarlet and Violet, of having 3 different main stories, one focused on battling, one on catching, and then one on the villain team that you'll be taking down. The idea is for the generation to be the most personable yet. And in quote, remember all new Pokemon to know them, to feel closer to them. Even if the game scope already got reduced a lot since the initial pitch, it will still be very ambitious. And this is from a different leaker, where they said the Landit will get a regional evolution, Poison Dragon. Lieutenant Surge's son will be in the game, and he will have his dad's Raichu. Voice acting was planned for the game, but could have been cut as it's not present in the current builds anymore. Pokemon Company, Game Freak, I swear to God, if you launch this game without voice acting, that is like, it's such an easy win. I don't understand it. Thank you.
Sorry, on the next side.
Oh no, it's cool. Thank you. So yeah, they can't launch this game without voice acting. I know that they can because it's Pokemon, and then they'll still sell fucking 10 million. But I'm gonna be pissed if they do it. Like, you can't overhaul the graphics, fix everything that people were complaining about when it comes to the graphical fidelity, and then just turn around and be like, yeah, but we're still gonna have no fucking voice acting. Let's see. A lot of the development team already has moved to the DLC, codenamed Zeus. And Winds and Waves will be an ambitious game, and the delay to 2027 was just due to needing more time to finish the game. So everyone seems to agree that this will be the most ambitious Pokemon game in a while. Can you close the door? Sorry. So yeah. How are you feeling? Winds and Waves. No voice acting.
Oh yeah.
But still ambitious nonetheless.
Oh shit. We are feeling good about it, honestly. I think that it's gonna be the Pokemon game that we've been kind of asking for. Maybe it won't be there like 100%, but I think they'll get like they'll get mostly there. And it'll be enough to please the people that have been asking for something new, and it'll also please the people that are like just okay with keep on getting like the same shit too. So I think it's gonna please both crowds.
Yeah, honestly, I always say Scarlet and Violet was what people wanted, but the graphics were just so bad and the frame rate was just so bad that it overshadowed everything that they did.
Yeah.
But I do hope that they really like Scarlet and Violet had co-op, but it was the most useless co-op ever. It's like, yeah, you can run around the world with your friends and battle Pokemon separately. Like you can battle near each other. Different Pokemon though. No team ups except for when you're fighting the bosses. Kind of like in Sword and Shield. But they didn't go all out with like how I expected the co-op to be, which is like how Tim handled co-op, like a full MMO. But hopefully they get that part right. But I am very excited about Pokemon Winds and Waves. If even like 70% of the leaks come true for what this game is, it's gonna be pretty fucking crazy. I better not hear nobody who doesn't play Pokemon like trying to talk shit like it's the same Pokemon game. Y'all just buy it. Y'all just buy anything. It's the same, bro. Get the fuck out of here. I already know it's gonna happen, but I'm preparing in advance. All right. With that, I think we can get into the bad news. Kanye West 808s and Heartbreak. Because it's finally here. The rumored layoffs for the last 2 weeks have finally happened, and let's get into it. So started off with a tweet from Asha Sharma, very long tweet. She said, this is an important email I sent today to all employees at Xbox. Team, we are beginning the most significant restructure in Xbox history. After careful consideration, I've made the difficult decision to reduce our team by approximately 3,200 throughout fiscal year 27. This will include approximately 1,600 role eliminations today, and in addition, 4 studios will leave Xbox to new management. I recognize that a year-long restructuring creates additional challenges. Unfortunately, it is not possible to make all the necessary changes in a single day. I want to be direct about the scale. I know this is painful. These changes will directly affect people who have poured their creativity into building Xbox. Many joined us through acquisitions, while others were recruited here or sought us out because they loved this industry and loved Xbox. Today's decisions do not reflect their talent or dedication. Our business today is not healthy. We are operating at margins that are 3 to 10 times lower than comparable platform and publishing businesses. We entered Gen 9 with a smaller install base and a higher cost structure. To grow, we bet on Game Pass multi-platform and a broader portfolio of content. While those businesses have created meaningful value, they did not grow at the pace we expected. As that happened, our core business weakened and we added more teams, more investment, and more time, hoping for a better outcome. And now the industry is facing the most severe hardware crisis in its history. We must reset Xbox. First, we will reset our content portfolio. Since 2018, we have aggressively expanded our studio portfolio, while the number of games created each month across the industry now outpaces the last 10 years combined. We now find ourselves competing not only with the largest publishers, but also with smaller independent studios. It is neither possible nor desirable to own every great independent studio. We have also learned that we are not the best home for every type of studio. In a typical year, we lost 64 cents for every dollar we invested. As we reset Xbox, we will help independent creators succeed by providing open development tools and audiences to realize their vision. Compulsion Games and Double Fine Productions will return to management and transition to independent studios with their IP, catalog, and runway for their next games. Ninja Theory and Undead Labs have entered terms to join new ownership with funding to complete and grow Cinema and State of Decay 3. In France, Arcane's management is beginning required consultation with its Works console to review potential strategic options. We are also making reductions across other units and in some cases shifting investment to focus on higher priority projects. These changes vary in size across Activision, Bethesda/ZeniMax, Blizzard, King, Mojang, and Xbox Game Studios. None of our first-party publicly announced games or projects are being canceled as part of these reductions. In addition, Mojang and King will now report directly to me. These two studios have increasingly become platforms and are our largest, but by monthly active players. They bring critical geographic, demographic, and differentiation to Xbox. Second, we will reset our platform. We know that great technology gets better when it gets simpler, not bigger. Today, in some parts of the company, work passes through as many as 14 layers of management. That is insane. Our platform teams are 40% larger than they were at the start of this generation, even as our player base and playtime have declined. That complexity has slowed decisions, blurred accountability, and made it harder to deliver for players. As we reset Xbox, we will simplify. We will reduce management layers to no more than 5, and where possible, 3. We will deliver success through a flatter organization that is built around makers. Individual contributors focused on building. Player coaches, leaders who remain deeply involved in the work while developing their teams, and directly responsible individuals, DRIs, who own key decisions and outcomes and will streamline how we work across our tools with a cleaner code base, shared services, and 50% reduced vendor support. Third, we are resetting how we operate. As Xbox grew our headcount, we became more fragmented. Teams, studios, and functions often operate independently, and it became harder to work towards a shared goal, make the right trade-offs, and get things done. For the first time, we are establishing a COO, Chief Operating Officer, with end-to-end P&L responsibility across content, that is profit and loss responsibility, and services. So across content, hardware, platform, and services. Helen Chiang has been promoted to this role and will report directly to me. Over nearly 2 decades at Xbox, Helen has helped build some of our most important businesses, from Xbox Live to leading Mojang and the Minecraft franchise. She will bring our businesses together under one operating model, making sure we make clear investment decisions, learn from our successes and failures, and hold ourselves accountable for results. Thank you, Dave McCarthy, who is retiring after 17 years with Xbox. Dave has played a defining role in building the platform that millions of players rely on every day and has been a trusted partner through many of the biggest months in Xbox's history. We wish him all the best. These changes are about a bigger future for Xbox, not a smaller one. The next decade of gaming will be larger, more global, and more creative than anything we've seen before. This year, we'll invest as much in Xbox as we ever have, but we'll invest with greater focus, greater discipline, and greater clarity, all in service of making Xbox where the world plays and creates. I want Xbox to be one of the few companies that entertains more than 1 billion people each day and gives everyone the opportunity to create and connect. I know we can achieve this goal. Xbox has many of the most beloved franchises in the entertainment industry, talented studios around the world, and we will return to growth in 2027. History is full of companies that mistake longevity for inevitability. We will not be one of them. Asha. You think she Usher?
She talking way too much, bro.
All right.
But I guess this is them being transparent.
So before we get into it, let's just break down everything that's happening. So like she said, Arcane is under they have to, so in France, you can't just like close, like you can't just sell or shut down a studio or anything like that. You have to go through the Workers' Council beforehand. So that's what Arcane is doing right now. And they're basically looking at their options as far as being sold and everything. So they're basically being divested as well. I'm pretty sure they're going to get sold off to someone just like Ninja Theory. No, Ninja Theory went independent. Which ones? No, Ninja Theory got sold. Ninja Theory got sold and Undead Labs got sold. So I think Arcane's going to fall into that camp of getting sold to somebody else, while Compulsion and Double Fine went completely independent. So we had Tom Warren in The Verge essentially say that Marvel's Blade had gone over budget and was delayed internally, which was the result of them getting booted, which we'll get into that. What else was some other news that came out? I'll save that for later. We also got some numbers about Game Pass, and that was that at this point in time, Game Pass was supposed to have 77 million at this point in time, and it's still at that 30 million mark that it's literally been at for the longest, which we'll definitely discuss about Game Pass's impact and everything. As far as the layoffs and who it's been hitting, id Software got hit really hard. 132 developers, which is almost half of their staff, including programmers, tool makers, and other id Tech engine focused staff. Speculation that id Tech they're speculating that id Tech might be retired over time, which would be one of the dumbest things you could do. Quake Champions team completely gutted, which I didn't even know that game was still going. I thought that game been discontinued. Senior staff in many areas such as art and more were let go. Individuals involved with QuakeCon let go despite the event being next month. So, spooky for id. And then there was 22 who got let go at Bethesda Game Studios, like the Austin studio. And Obsidian also got hit. About 25% of their staff were laid off, which I believe was like 59, something like that. But we did get a report from GamesBeat, and they described the games that id Software were working on before this layoff happened. So one of them we already know about, Doom: The Dark Ages Revelations, the DLC. They had a new multiplayer co-op Doom game in the works. A Perfect Dark. They picked up the Perfect Dark reboot, and they were gonna finish Perfect Dark, or at least that was something that they were looking into after the initiative's closure. They had a new IP inspired by John Wick, featuring sci-fi, noir, cyberpunk, and gun-fu combat. And then they had another new IP called Ironwood, which was a robot-themed Western survival game inspired by Westworld. I want all those things. So, is there anything else? All right. So, with that, let's talk about the layoffs. So, one thing that has basically kind of been going around, or like there's a sentiment of this was not as bad as the rumors suggested. How do you feel about everything?
I mean, not good. It's people can sugarcoat it, you can sugarcoat it, but it's bad. It's literally across every single team, across every single dev that Microsoft has. IdTech is a really established engine. Even Call of Duty is on a form of IdTech, which is crazy. If they were to put that to Old Yeller, then yeah, I mean, I don't see a future where it even makes a Doom game. I don't even like. I guess they can make one in Unreal Engine, but I feel like Doom's identity is also with IdTech too. So, I mean, I don't feel good about that. I guess I feel good about the independence thing because now Double Fine can go back to making whatever. I guess. I mean, they can crowdfund a Psychonauts 3. I mean, they crowdfunded Psychonauts 2. So, excuse me, and I'm sure they can find some publisher to work with, like any one of these publishers that are spewing up. I'm sure they can work with them.
Get them over to Kepler.
Kepler, Konami, even. I mean, shit,
Konami.
Whoever, you know, because didn't Konami make Bubsy, and they teamed up with
that's
Fabraz?
Atari.
Oh, Atari. I mean, not Konami. Atari's doing good work with like independent developers. Acclaim, that'd be crazy. Yeah, that's. I'm happy about that. Hopefully the Arcane stuff can get sorted out too. That'd be nice, but because the streets need Blade, man, we need that Blade game, because it was probably gas. And if one of them even sat down and even played it for probably like 10-15 minutes, they'd probably be like, oh shit, this is actually really good. But I mean, I don't know, because I mean, even what's it called, Indiana Jones was on IdTech.
Yep.
So, shit, man. I don't even know.
Which was a commercial success.
Which was a commercial success.
Which was confirmed to be a commercial success. Which I'm like, the IdTech, so id Software getting such a blow is so weird, because when I look at Doom: The Dark Ages, that game did, like, at first it didn't seem like it was doing that well, but then it picked up later and actually started selling really well. So I'm like, did they spend that much money on Doom: The Dark Ages that even like the 2 to 3 million that they sold was just not enough? Like, because if Machine Games has a commercial success using the Indiana Jones IP, which is a Disney IP, and I'm pretty sure it sold less than Doom: The Dark Ages. Like, it had to. Just I can't see a world where Indiana Jones sold more than Doom of the Dark Ages. Just based off of like the data that we've seen so far, which is limited because we don't really get many sales data from any Xbox studios. But I feel like Indiana Jones sold about half. So Indiana Jones can be a commercial success, and we really don't see. I know Machine Games definitely had layoffs, but we're not seeing. I don't think we're going to see 130 something layoffs from Machine Games. At least that's how it's looking. Maybe they get hit with the second round. They just haven't caught up to them yet. But yeah, id Soft is definitely like the biggest head scratcher when it comes to this. But my initial reaction was definitely relief that, like, yes, 3,200 people are gonna get fired. And before the id Tech, like before we started getting numbers of who's getting hit and what's happening with these studios, it was like, okay. But the main ones I was worried about was Ninja Theory, Compulsion, Arcane, Undead Labs, and Double Fine. And knowing that they...
Wait, hold on 1 sec.
Yeah, you're good. Knowing that they are all safe, barring Arcane, who is going through the Workers' Council in France, which I feel like they're gonna be good. Like I don't think they're gonna go through the Workers' Council and then Xbox is like, oh, shut them down. They're probably, they have a solution probably already worked out. They just have to go through the mandatory, like it's a mandatory thing in France, which should be a thing with all of these countries, because there should be some kind of regulation when it comes to shutting down studios or divesting studios and the such, or like businesses, whatever they want to call them. So that is going to be a thing before we finally get answers when it comes to Arcane, but I'm sure the end result will be about the same as the other 4 studios, which is, for me, like when it comes to those 5 studios, we got the best possible outcome. The best possible outcome when it comes to that, because the worst case scenario would be what normally happens when layoffs happen, which is that these studios get closed down, and then those IP, those, like the name, everything that these people created over years is just gone, and they don't exist anymore. And there's no, like, that lineage is just gone forever. Double Fine, who's been in the game for 30 plus years, like they just get turned into dust. They get snapped out of existence. And that's what I was really expecting for at least one of these studios. I was thinking like maybe a Ninja Theory gets sold off, maybe Undead Labs gets sold off, but I felt like Double Fine and Compulsion were just gonna get closed down with no remorse. So the fact that both of them survived, or literally all 5 have survived, is a best case scenario that I did not expect to happen. Now, when you get into the actual layoffs that are happening, which we were told it was going to be over 5,000 or up to 5,000, whatever they said, and 3,200 is definitely less than 5,000. It's not good. Still pretty bad, but when you look at it, I feel like the studios that were in the most danger actually got it off the best, because when you see what happens to id Tech, or sorry, id Software, I think they would have rather gotten sold off than getting gutted like they are right now. That's where I'm like, okay, why do we still have id Software if you're gonna do this? Because Asha said that, oh, we're gonna focus on these IP, Elder Scrolls, Fallout. What else was it? Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Quake, Wolfenstein. When it comes to Bethesda, Quake. So they're gonna focus on Quake, but also we're gonna gut the shit out of id Software. Who's making Quake? Like at this point, and with what engine are we making Quake? How are you gonna invest in a franchise and then kill half the studio? That's what I don't understand. Like, I knew that the layoffs were gonna be brutal. I did think they would be a little more spread out though. Like, I was thinking like, oh, 25% reduction, like Obsidian getting hit 25%. Like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like that's a little bit more in line with what I thought was going to be for everybody. 50%, that's going way overboard. But a lot of the layoffs is coming from middle management and not directly from the studios. Like the majority of it is coming from like Xbox middle management proper, which is like, it's bad to say, but like I would rather that be the case than it they going directly for the studios. Like, I feel less bad about the middle management, especially with the whole 14 layers of management thing, like all of them get in the boot versus them going directly to these studios and just cutting people out. Sounds bad. It is kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. But I would still rather id Software exist halfway than just be completely closed down and then their lineage just completely thrown away forever. So, you know, it sounds bad, but it is what it is. The fact that we got through this with no studio closures and no canceled games, like, I'm okay with that. I wish this could have happened with like the Initiative, although I feel like who would have bought the Initiative with no game in 7 years, like no output, and wait, 2018 to 2025, so 7 years working on one game that wasn't even almost ready to be released. But I still wanted my Perfect Dark either way. But if this is how everyone handled layoffs, instead of just closing down studios, you divest them as independent or you sell them to somebody else, like Bluepoint, that Bluepoint would have been one of those that I wish would have been divested instead of shut down. Same thing with even though Arcane Austin made Redfall, like they still made Prey, they still made Dishonored 2. They should have been divested as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's kind of fucked up that, like, when you think about it now, it's like, why weren't they trying to divest these studios before? Like, yeah, Toys for Bob got their independence, but are you telling me that nobody wanted to buy Arcane Austin? And I you know, exactly. maybe Redfall was really so bad that even like the other publishers were looking at Arcane Austin and like, yeah, we do not want anything to do with them.
Yeah, but that's also not their type of. That's not the games that they made though. So it's like.
And
But
like,
I guess they also made that Wolfenstein game too,
Youngblood.
right?
I mean, we know that Redfall was already in development because of Bethesda's move to making live service games out of necessity.
And Redfall was a good idea too. It was just
it was
shit
a
in
really good
execution.
idea. Just execution was terrible.
Yeah, fuck.
Like disgustingly terrible. And I do think with some time, Redfall could have been a great game eventually. Now, would you give time to a game that literally caused so much brand harm? Like that much brand harm, would you really give it a chance at that point? Probably not. But I don't know, man. Feel bad for the people losing their jobs, but at the same time, it's hard to say, like, when you like looking at it, like, okay, as a consumer, at this point in time, I haven't lost anything, which is a bad way of looking at it, but it is what it is.
Not yet, at least. We don't know what
that's
we've
what I'm saying.
lost.
That's what I'm saying. The id Software stuff could very well result in like the quality of id Software's next game just being complete shit. We could get another Redfall because of this, and like we won't know yet. But as of right now, and then maybe like Obsidian isn't working on 3 games at a time anymore. Maybe they're only working on. Well, we're gonna talk about what they're working on after this. But you know, Obsidian probably won't have as much freedom to make a grounded type game or a Pentiment or really anything that they want. We won't get that Pillars of Eternity 3 with the AAA budget of Baldur's Gate 3. That's never gonna happen now. But at the same time, let's go back to the conversation that we were having before about Matt Booty and everything, because the whole culture at Xbox was make whatever you want, and then like you know what's best for you. Do whatever you want. Just get some games out, and then we cool. Xbox left them to their own devices. And then we started getting Redfalls and Forza Motorsports. Like it was not looking good anymore. And then they realized, wait a minute, we really do have to baby these guys. Maybe not everybody, but we really do got to baby these studios because they need some kind of discipline. Like we can't just leave everybody to just do whatever they want. And then, but like, there's a middle ground, and I don't think every studio has that middle ground, because you can go full. Bluepoint is making God of War live service game for what? Like, you can go that route if you push too hard. If you really wanted these studios to succeed, you'd be like, yeah, we're gonna force you to do this and this because your passion projects aren't gonna make us money. And that's what Matt Booty could have been doing this whole time, but then we wouldn't have got it grounded. We wouldn't have gotten a Pentiment. We wouldn't have got Hi-Fi Rush either. Like, I don't think these games would exist if they were the heavy-handed, like, you have to make something that we deem is gonna be 100% profitable because
yeah, but we're not gonna get that though. Man, I feel, wasn't Hi-Fi Rush in development before the acquisition?
yes, it was,
Because that was in development even.
It was a smaller project and then it got a little bit more budget after X. But it would have been an even smaller game, which is a smaller game compared to like most AAA.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you could beat it in like 10 hours.
Yeah.
If that, you can rush through it too. I don't like that. I don't like the way they do the achievements in that game. It's really fucking annoying. Where it's like, if you beat the game on like hard, you're not gonna get the game, like you're not gonna get the achievement for beating the game on normal or easy or very easy. So it's like you gotta fucking do it all over again. It's so annoying. Dude.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
But yeah, it's hella annoying.
But I'm pretty sure that was an afterthought for them.
Yeah, potentially. But yeah, no, that game is so good, dude. I actually was playing it on the Ally, and it was like, yeah, this game is awesome. The same way where it's like, if you're dashing with the beat too, you get like that triple dash.
Yeah.
Dude, that game is so good, bro. It was so like, innovative.
I feel like we were happy when Xbox first said these developers are gonna be able to do whatever they want, like because we're gonna give them the freedom to make the games that they want to make. And then when Pentiment came out and Grounded came out, and we were like, yeah, bro, this is that creativity. Look at all the diversity of games that we're getting at Xbox. It's not just first-person shooter, third-person shooter, action game. Like, we're getting all these different types of games because these studios have the creativity and the freedom to make whatever they want. And everyone was okay with that at first. Until we got a Redfall, until we got Keeper and Kiln, and then it was like, hold on. Then we were like, why aren't we forcing Double Fine to make Psychonauts 3?
Or at least asking them to make it. You don't gotta go in there and be like, make this game, but it's like I feel like you should go in and be like, you know, you guys have us. You guys have a bigger budget, like pitch some bigger scoped games. Like let's get some going here. I feel like it could. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
there
even in the Double Fine documentary. No, even in the Double Fine documentary, they were talking about where it's like they liked when Matt Booty came in. They liked when Phil Spencer came in. They liked when like the executives came in or whatever, because it's like they would be happy and be like haha and friendly and like handshake with you and blah blah blah, and like you need anything, like they'd act like they take care of you. And then like 2 weeks later, it's like the freaking guy from accounting comes in. It's like they don't. Yep. they're terrified, you know, because they're the ones that are gonna be the ones that lay the bad news. And I guess that's the management layer that they're talking about, you know.
Exactly.
Because that's a management layer. When a guy from accounting comes in, like that's one of those checks, you know. that's a IRL skill check in the video game development game. And that's crazy.
The crazy thing is, like, they could have started on Psychonauts 3 and Double Fine would probably still be with Xbox, even if they didn't put out anything, because they knew Psychonauts 3, like Psychonauts 2 was a good seller.
That's a GOTY candidate.
It was a Game of the Year contender, and it sold more than 2 million copies, which for that type of game is really good. And
that's technically a Series X exclusive because it's not on PS5.
PS5, yeah. We need that on Switch too, bro. I'm sorry,
bruh. Well,
now, hopefully,
I mean, wait, does Double Fine have? They have
all their IP. They keep everything.
Okay.
So they didn't do no Hi-Fi Rush. Like we go keep Ghostwire Tokyo and Evil Within, but you can have Hi-Fi Rush, which is like, what the fuck are you gonna do with those two IP? Like they just be keeping shit just for the fuck of it at this point. Because y'all are not gonna make a Ghostwire Tokyo without Tengo. Y'all are not gonna make Evil Within 3. I mean, maybe they have. There's other studios who could possibly do an Evil Within 3. There are plenty of horror studios. Pretty sure Bloober Team would be up for it. They're up for anything at this point.
They just any horror property, give it a Bloober.
Yeah, but honestly, because Bloober Team does things so they make games very cheap.
Yeah, they just make them, yeah,
and they make them fast, which is surprising. That like a game like Chronos And a game like Silent Hill 2 Remake took like 3 to 4 years. And they have multiple teams working on these games.
Bro, I heard that I feel like I would actually like that game. If I played it.
That's another game from last year that I was super excited about and just never got around to playing it just because there was just too much going on.
That's getting a DLC too, right? Isn't it coming in September?
Lazarus, I think it's called.
I think it's coming in September, bro.
What's up with these religious DLC names? Revelations for Doom, Lazarus for Chronos.
Oh yeah, FF7's getting Revelations too.
Yep.
And then didn't you say Metroid? Ravenous?
Ravenous.
Yeah.
We also have 2 Resonance games. We have Final Fantasy Resonance and then Resonance A Plague Tale Legacy.
Yeah.
Everyone's with this Resonance, Revelations, Rebirth. Everybody wants to have something.
It's biblical, bro. Maybe they're trying to tell us something.
Hey man, it is the end times, bro.
Hey, don't say that. Don't say that. We got to get to GTA, bro. We got to get to GTA.
He coming before GT. We about to see the second coming before GT. No. Bro, I can't wait for that tweet. Actually, I want that shit to happen. And like, ain't no way we got the second coming before GTA 6. Oh man. So yeah. Yeah, like I said, these layoffs are bad.
At least to Wolverine, bro. Let's at least get to September.
Watch, they're gonna say you're not even gonna make it to Splatoon Raiders. We can't even make it to the end of the month.
We're not even making it to Splatoon. You're not making it to the big Splatoon, bro. Dude, that game's gonna go crazy, bro.
Imagine being the first person to see Jesus when he pops up. Like
he pops up on Twitter, bro.
We're like, nah, Jesus, no, please, not today. I just picked up Splatoon. Like,
nah, he's like, we just got GTA. He's like, motherfucker, that's a code in a box, bro. He said, hell no.
He said, the end of physical games was the end of the world for like that. That was the trigger. That's gonna be the trigger for the end times.
Bro. There's only one person that's in charge of that. I'm not even gonna say it.
We're gonna have to sacrifice Herman Host, bro.
Bro, have you seen that thing where it's like the fucking the colors for PlayStation, like they've made it so it's like looks like I'm not even gonna say it, bro. The flag, bro, the flag. And then they say it's like fucking never mind.
So yeah, man. These layoffs are bad. Like
and I was thinking about it, dude. The Sony ending like disc like production or whatever, or like them stopping that is gonna result into a ton of layoffs too, bro. And then it's like
people were literally arguing like you can see PlayStation and Xbox fans arguing, oh, but the disc thing is way worse than our layoffs. And then like, bro, why are y'all arguing for who's last place? Like, shut up. Like, and then like, y'all just lost 3,200 jobs. Y'all can't be talking about like y'all about to lose 20,000 jobs when nobody's making discs anymore.
It's so over, bruh.
Right.
Nah, dude, it's bad. Remember when we were fighting about games and now we're fighting about this?
Who has the worst bad news to share? So yeah.
Nah, we got the worst, bruh. Everyone in the general.
Bro, it's literally that SpongeBob episode where Patrick and SpongeBob are hitting each other like, I'm dirty Dan, I'm dirty Dan. And then Sandy wakes up, that's Nintendo, and just start beating the shit out of both of them.
Oh my god. Because I literally see it on Twitter, bro. Like, people will trade in their PlayStations for like a Switch. They're like, we're going to Nintendo. Like, fuck, dude.
Bro, I gotta say, the people who were talking about Sony's killing physical games it's time for me to move to PC. Bitch, who do you think gave them the idea in the first place that you can succeed with no discs?
Yeah, exactly.
That shit is performative to me. Like, you're literally going to the source of everything that is happening.
Yeah, Valve is the reason why we're going all digital. They
Like,
put
that shit
out an
makes
all
sense.
digital
And then, like,
console in the fucking Steam machine.
Look, I hate when people say, well, GOG is DRM free, so nobody is going to GOG. You know damn well you're going to Steam. Like, I hate how people try to lie and act like they only gonna buy games on GOG. You are not buying games on GOG. You might buy a few games on GOG. You are not gonna live and die by GOG. Like, you are a liar. That's all you are. I'm sorry.
The real, honestly, dude, the one that I would respect is if they went to PC and just used Epic Games and just was using the free games on there, because that's legit free.
Exactly.
Because you literally can just, and I think they even have games.
Like, it's not even like you need a subscription or anything. You literally just own the games, and it's like, okay, or at least you own the license to the games, whatever you want to say. But
yeah, and you can download Unreal Engine and start learning how to make games too. Fuck
it, I'm gonna make my own games.
Exactly. That I would respect.
Bro, fuck the gaming industry. I'm gonna make my own games. Like,
facts, dude.
That's where we need to get to.
Bro, imagine making your own like console in today. Imagine an indie developer being like, we're making our own console.
Bro, we need the Devolver box. Devolver station. Hey,
yo, we kind of do, bro. Like, make it like,
I swear, if Devolver just made a little Raspberry Pi box and was just like, we just gonna put our games on here, and like all of our games are gonna just be uploaded onto this device for you guys. Like, hell yeah, I buy that shit,
dude. Yeah, honestly, that'd be crazy.
With a Devolver pass, bro. Day one.
Everything pass. Everything's pass, plus, or pro.
So yeah, man, it's wild out here. But is this a silver lining? Okay, so two big reforms, Bethesda and Halo Studios. But it looks like Halo, maybe they're considering, according to Jez Corden, moving Halo over to Activision, moving Halo Studios under Activision Blizzard. We about to get that Halo of Duty before GTA 6, bro. And
we're about to get it in like 3 weeks.
And I don't understand if they're like moving Halo to like Infinity Ward, or they're moving management of Halo Studio under Activision, who is better at these live service style games. But he said he's iffy on this rumor. He's not like, this is something he's heard, but he's not like confirming or reporting that this is happening. But I feel like some change has to happen for Halo Studios and Halo, the franchise. It cannot stay as it is. That's for sure.
You know what they should do, bro? They should give Halo to Sonic Team, and Sonic Team should get. Nah, I'm just kidding. They should just trade off on the shittiest devs. Nah, I feel like, yeah, it was either gonna be Activision or id, but it doesn't seem id was the case, and based on like the games that they wanted to leak, they like, it was like a noir game or whatever that they wanted to make or something, and then noir. Yeah, that sounded pretty sick. And then you said Perfect Dark was the one thing they pitched. Um, I mean, if it went with like if it goes with Activision or since or if it's rumored to go there and we see it, we'll probably see like maybe them switching off every other year. Like this year's a new Halo, this year's a new COD, and then just make everything multi-plat. Because didn't they say for Halo, didn't they say at the Halo remake event, like they said all the games were coming to PlayStation, right? All future Halo games,
He,
like they made that promise, right?
that was pre Asha. We don't talk
Yeah,
about
but
that.
it's like, can't you get fucking sued for that shit?
You
But
can't get sued for that.
like you could get sued for anything at this point. But
If that was
what's
the
it
case, we
called?
should have sued for Stellar Blade not coming to Xbox when they announced it for Xbox, and then PlayStation got it.
Mm. But what's it called? Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully they don't. What I would like to see is if they make Halo on the Call of Duty engine. Maybe I would like to see that.
On IW Engine.
Yeah, on that because that's like a fork of id, which is just crazy because I don't even know how that even works, man. Like, how are you gonna? I swear to God, if they put Call of Duty on Unreal Engine, I'm gonna lose it, bro. Like, I'm legit gonna lose it, bro.
Nah, I
If
feel
they
like
do
that would
that,
just destroy their pipeline. They don't want that.
bro, they're gonna do everything contract work. No, but
Well, no.
yeah, Halo
Oh, that's another
Studios.
thing we didn't talk about with the whole, because there was a lot of things that Asha said that we kind of glossed over. We only talked about the layoffs, so we'll go back to that in a bit. But I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I do want some kind of change or reform for Halo Studios and Halo. But at the same time, is Activision the best fit? Maybe like they'll be on their ass for sure. That's probably what Halo Studios actually needs. Somebody to really just be on their ass. And they need to, I mean, if Blizzard cleaned up, I don't know if they actually have, but whoever, like Blizzard had his whole scandal with management, they need to do the same thing with Halo Studios, just wash all of that shit away. Like, everybody gotta go at the top. Seniors, everyone, they gotta go. Because from what we've heard from Glenn Israel, like they are not, you know, they kind of wilding over there. We need to cut that shit out. Cut off the heads. So yeah. But another rumor or report, I should say, that came out. This one was an actual report, not a rumor. And that is that Xbox, you know, Asha herself, she walked up into Obsidian Studios and she was like, which one of y'all pitched Avowed? And then someone raised their hand, like, you and your whole team get the fuck out. And like, from now on, y'all are working on Fallout. Not Avowed 2, not Pillars of Eternity, not Grounded 3. Y'all are on Fallout. New Vegas 2. Sawyer, get your ass over here. Come here. You leading this shit. Okay? We let you make Pentiment. Now you gotta give us one. Fallout. Watching all of y'all. And then she walked out. That's exactly what happened. So Obsidian is now working on the next Fallout game. There will not be an Avowed 2. There will not be Pillars of Eternity 3. They are
They're
on.
not gonna be a Pentiment too.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting no Pentiment 2. Fallout. Now, the crazy thing is that we always assumed that this was going to be the case when Bethesda first got purchased. Like, oh, Xbox owns Obsidian and Bethesda. Like, Obsidian has to be working on Fallout now. And it was like, okay, you know, maybe the deal was that Chris Sawyer, is that his name? I feel like I'm fucking up his name right now.
Josh Sawyer
Josh Sawyer
or Tom Sawyer?
no,
What is-
no,
wow,
Tom
no,
Sawyer.
bro.
Tom Sawyer is the book. Josh Sawyer, that's his name. I'm thinking of Chris Avalon and Josh Sawyer. I mixed it up. But yeah, Josh Sawyer worked on Pentiment, and that was like his agreement to staying with Obsidian after getting acquired. He gets to make Pentiment if he stays with Obsidian. But I always thought that, okay, they gave him Pentiment so that he could work on a new Fallout. What has he done since he's been? Josh Sawyer has not directed a single game since Pentiment. So what has he been doing? He didn't work on the Outer Worlds. He didn't work on Avowed. He didn't work on Grounded. What has he been doing this whole time? That's what I want to know,
bro.
He been working on Pentiment DLC this whole time.
Nah, I think they've been working on Fallout, if I'm being honest with you. Because didn't they hire the freaking guy from? Didn't they hire Tim Kaine or whatever?
That's what I'm saying,
bro.
like
I literally said back then, I was like, "This is literally it. Doesn't matter what they say to us, because they're gonna lie to us anyways, bro." And I was like, "This is a Fallout play. They're gonna make Fallout."
Yeah. But I feel like it was still a little too late. Like they should have been working on Fallout, like right after Pentiment. I feel like we shouldn't even got an Outer Worlds 2 before Fallout. But they split, like the teams are so split that yeah, they could have been working on Fallout, but it's not, you know, like the full team has never worked on a game at Obsidian, which is a blessing and a curse because you get so many games out so fast. Oh, we got Avowed and Outer Worlds 2 in the same year and Grounded 2.
Grounded, yeah.
But Avowed it felt under budget. Outer Worlds 2 felt like it was too short from AAA. Like it didn't feel like they upgraded since Outer Worlds 1, outside of like the actual RPG elements and the gunplay. So then it just comes down to like, if everyone would have worked on Avowed at Obsidian and gave it the full attention, Avowed could have been that Skyrim level game. If everyone would have worked on Outer Worlds 2 after that, maybe not including the Grounded team because they are pretty small and they were outsourced into Eidos. So maybe not including the Grounded team, but everyone else works on one of those games at a time. I feel like both of those games would have turned out so much better.
Outer Worlds 2 as well, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if Avowed 2 was canceled and one team was already working on Fallout, which is probably the Outer Worlds 2 team, now I feel like those teams are gonna merge and work on Fallout. Like there won't be this two AA projects. It's gonna be one AAA project and Grounded, which I feel like is gonna be better.
Well, I mean, if everyone's gonna be hyped because it's Fallout, bro.
Yes. At the same time, I am sad because I really did want Avowed 2 because I wanted them to improve on everything that they made a mistake on with Avowed 1, because the gameplay foundation was amazing. They just needed to work on the world, the characters, the story, everything surrounding the gameplay.
Yeah, I feel like they could have had an Assassin's Creed 2 moment for sure, or Uncharted 1 to an Uncharted 2 moment.
Yeah. Honestly, the biggest mistake with Avowed was that they dropped multiplayer. Because if you're playing it with friends, you're not gonna care that much about the story or the characters because you're having fun with your friends. And the combat was so fun that I was overlooking how bad the fucking story was, because that story was boring as hell. But like the gameplay was just so good that I kept coming back, even though eventually I did give up. I didn't give up. I'm gonna come back to it eventually. But if that game was co-op, best believe with a group of friends, I would have stuck with that game way longer.
Yeah, the gameplay was decent, man, but I don't know. They need to put it all together. I agree.
So yeah. That's another thing. Like that was another mistake of letting the developer make the choices, because somebody, Matt Booty, Phil Spencer, whoever, when they said we should make this a single player game, Matt Booty should have been like, hell no, stick with multiplayer. It's gonna do better, because everyone loves multiplayer. No matter what these single player only guys say, everyone loves a good co-op game. They lying if they say they don't. And there will be less to compare it to because it's a multiplayer game. Like a multiplayer first person fantasy game. How many of those are there out there? But a single player first person fantasy game, like you start to get more comparisons. Cyberpunk, you start to get Elder Scrolls, you start to get, the comparisons start to build up. And then Avowed starts looking a little like undercooked compared to all these other games. If it was a multiplayer game where it was like, explore this fantasy world with amazing combat and you can play with your friends, that would have sold way more, with the same story, the same foundation, the same world, and it would have been so much more exciting. So yeah, whoever was like, yeah, just go full single player, count your days. Same thing with Fable, count your days. Whoever gave them the green light. So yeah.
You gotta imagine that for Fable, they would want another one out quick, like maybe like 2-3 years. Like they should honestly just use the same foundation that they built on. Like that's how, like, everyone praises like Insomniac for their release cadence, but it's like, yeah, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2 are just all essentially the same core of like the same game.
Which is like, you can literally just make another Fable game in Albion, the Albion that you already built with the NPCs that you already built, and you just set it a little in the future. Don't do a Fable 2 where it's hundreds of years in the future and everything has changed. Like, no, just keep it the same. Breath of the Wild, here's the kingdom. That's literally all you need. Add a little something. You can go to the neighboring kingdom now, and it's like a little small section. Nothing crazy.
Or they add Sky Islands or some shit. Literally just copy them.
Like, everyone loves you can get away with copying as long as you copy Zelda. We love when you copy
Nintendo,
Zelda.
Honestly.
Yeah, anything Nintendo, we will love when you copy them.
No, dude, deadass. Y'all copied Mario and he won Game of the Year. Like, come on. But it's literally the same shit, bro. Might as well at this point. I see so many like freaking Pokemon like games now where it's like literally like a mix between Breath of the Wild and Pokemon. It's like, bro, like I understand everyone wants Pokemon to be like that, but like Pokemon should still be its own thing. Like it shouldn't be like other games, Like
Exactly.
it should have its identity. That's why it matters, you know?
They are the originator, and people go to Pokemon because it's Pokemon. Like, they don't need to change it to something else. They are Pokemon. Everyone needs to
Exactly.
change, because if they tried to be Pokemon, they would get no play. Because I feel like Tim is like, it's a 1-to-1 Pokemon game, but it's also an MMO. And no one cares about Tim. Why is that? I feel like it's definitely better than Sword and Shield, because Sword and Shield was fucking terrible. But no one played Tim because it was too much like Pokemon. It's like, this is just bootleg Pokemon and that's how people feel when something is too similar. Same thing with like X Defiant. X Defiant was a good FPS. I don't care what nobody says. They had some bugs.
Really good.
Yeah, it had some bugs that I didn't like. The TTS was a little too long, but I felt like that was a good game with some cool elements, mixing all of the Tom Clancy franchises together. And then, but everyone was like, why would I play this when Call of Duty exists? And then the game died before it even launched, which is crazy. Did it launch officially, or was it still in beta?
X Defiant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it launched.
Yeah, it did launch.
It actually launched and ended
in like 2 months, 3 months.
No, it ended like earlier this year, I think, or like last year maybe.
It was last year for sure. But yeah, man. When you go too similar, and there are people who are still buying that game, like, I feel like you lose. You start to lose people, because it's like, no matter how bad people say Call of Duty is, people were still buying Call of Duty. No matter how bad people say Pokemon was, people are still buying Pokemon. Now, like Marvel Rivals and Overwatch, because Marvel Rivals is literally just Overwatch in third person, but it also has Marvel characters, and that shit was able to overtake Overwatch because of that. Because Overwatch was really dying. Like, that was actually a dying game. It still had players, but
bro, that made a comeback.
And then it made a comeback, which was after Marvel Rivals, which is crazy. But yeah, man. Let's go back to Asha real quick, because there were some elements that I wanted to get your thoughts on. I wanted to go into a little bit more detail. So, one of the things that she talked about was they're cutting their vendor spend by 50%, which is their contractors. And we always heard Xbox is always using contractors. And they spend, like, the contractors come in, they work for 6 months, and they have to go. Then they got to get new contractors, and they have to relearn everything. And that was like the whole thing with Xbox just taking so long to get these games out because of these contracted, like the contract situation. That was the whole thing with Halo Infinite for sure. So now, spending less on contractors. I like that idea, as long as they have some form of replacement. Because I mean, like, you not hiring contractors, like, you're hiring contractors 50% less, but you also just reduced the work, like how many workers there are in each studio. So where are you making up these numbers for the lost people? Because then it's like, okay, we're just gonna hire, like, co-develop with somebody, but then it's like, that costs, I'm pretty sure that costs as much, if not more, than just hiring the contractors, but who knows? So I like the idea of them trying to get away from using contractors, but I also hope that it doesn't result in a bunch of delays for these games as well. But what do you think of that?
Wait, she said she wants to get rid of contractors?
So they're going to be spending
Or
50% less on contractors. Like they're going to be hiring 50% less contractors.
I mean, that's yeah, I mean that sounds good. Or maybe it's kind of like I don't even know. Because they are gonna grow again. They're in their cutting phase, and they're gonna eventually grow, but they're gonna cut some more and then grow probably. But uh, I don't understand how they would be spending less on contract work if you are getting rid of your.
That's what I just said. Like you're cutting contract work, but you're also cutting the amount of developers in each studio. So like how do you make up for this loss? It's gonna end up being time. The time, like either the time or the quality of the game is gonna suffer.
They
Like
gonna
it's gonna
use the
take longer.
Xbox AI to make the video games, bro.
AI is back, bro. It's over. While we spending money on contractors, we got AI. Let's go. I can't wait for fucking Vision to make the next Halo.
Makes like whatever. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know. But
it sounds good on paper, but
I don't even know. I don't know if Asha actually knows what she's doing, bro.
I mean, on paper, a lot of what she's saying makes sense. Like 14 layers of management is crazy, and I can definitely see why that would like hinder a lot of things going on with like from the developer to the head. You got to go through 14 layers just to get one message over to Asha, and then I can see why like communication over at Xbox is not really working out. Oh, another thing we also found out about from the Verge's reports about the inner workings of Xbox and why they are where they are now. They were using a lot of funding for these games. A lot of that funding was actually coming from Minecraft. So they're basically taking all of Minecraft's profits and then putting that towards Avowed and Hellblade and all of these games. So you know, for every flop, they were just like, just take it from Mojang.
Bro, maybe that's why Matt Booty is still there, bro. Because he literally was probably just like, Minecraft.
we're not making any losses. There's no losses. What are you talking about? Just
There's
taking money from
Mojang.
Minecraft. we have the infinite money glitch of Minecraft.
Wow, dude. Do people do still play Minecraft, right?
Oh, for sure.
So
It's a whole thing. It's a platform at this point.
Yep, they got Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft is definitely it's not an infinite money glitch. With the way that their spending is going, it definitely like the fact that they were still able to outspend what they were getting from Minecraft. That's the biggest problem. Like y'all are spending more than you're making from Call of Duty, more than you're making from Minecraft, and more than you're making from Overwatch and World of Warcraft. Y'all have 4 just latent money makers, and somehow y'all are still spending more than that.
You got others too. You got Diablo.
Yeah, Diablo.
They got fucking Overwatch. Like I think you said Overwatch.
Yeah,
but they got that, dude. They got so much shit.
It used to be Sea of Thieves, but I don't think Sea of Thieves is kicking as much as it was back in 2020.
Maybe if they made an adventure game in Sea of Thieves.
We didn't even talk about King.
Bro, fuck
Candy
King,
Crush.
No, not King David though. Shout out to King David.
So yeah.
Nah.
Other than that, for the first time in Xbox history, maybe not in Xbox history, but at least for the first time in a long time, Xbox will now have a chief operating officer with actual responsibility for profits and loss. For the first time, they will actually look at the profits and loss and be like, yeah, this shit ain't adding up. Who's responsible for this? Which is kind of scary because, you know, Xbox was just operating on
vibes at this point.
They were just working on vibes. They were like, yeah, bro, that how much you spent on that? That's all right with me.
We got Minecraft.
Bro, I'm pretty sure Mojang is over here like, what happened to all of our money? We can't even feed. We can't even pay our developers anymore. Oh yeah, we needed to make a game about a walking lighthouse. What? We need to make a game about building pots. I beg your pardon.
Building pots is crazy. Bro, they made such a cool character creator and they made such a whack game along with it. Like, come on.
They could have made a cool adventure game. You know, they could have turned Kiln into something cool if they would have got some time.
Maybe.
But yeah. So I think we're entering a new era of Xbox where we're about to get the safe. Like it's about to be exactly what PlayStation did during the there no more new IP, no more we not doing no cutesy Gravity Rush 2s or Concrete Genies. None of that shit is happening anymore. It's Halo, Gears, and Forza on top of Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Wolfenstein, Quake, Doom. Even though how are we making Doom and Quake when we fire half of id Software? We gonna figure that out as we go. Yeah, that's basically where we at. Like Obsidian, they're working on Fallout. Who else we got? What is World's Edge doing? Age of Empires still sells. They or at least people buy the expansions for the 2 Age games. Or actually, they updated like 4 Age games at the same time, so they're okay. I think World's Edge can continue with what they do. Once it slows down, though,
maybe tell them to make Halo Wars.
I was about to say Halo World. I really don't understand how they have not made Halo Wars 3. Like, I'm surprised they didn't make Halo Wars 2. How do you exist as an RTS studio, and then you like, hey Sega, we need Relic to make a Halo game, like make a Halo RTS, even though you have a full RTS studio in your house. That is crazy to me. But yeah, they're gonna have to. They're gonna like if Age starts slowing down, they're gonna be like, yeah, Halo Wars 3, get on that. Or even better, StarCraft. We've been waiting for StarCraft 3 forever. Get them on StarCraft 3. Actually, don't even care about Age anymore. I better not see Age pop up at another Xbox showcase. Get them on StarCraft 3 right now. Who else we got? Who's still here? That's what we need to be looking at now. All right, Rare. I don't know what Rare need to do. We know Sea of Thieves is slowing down. They still profitable. They still making money off that game. But Everwild didn't work out. They gotta get on something new, like something small. They could literally make a little banjo game, like a 12-hour banjo platformer would literally be enough to sustain them for a while, or at least give them some goodwill, even though nobody's actually gonna buy it.
I don't even know what Rare does, dude. What's the I don't even know. I honestly don't know. Like, they've only done Sea of Thieves and like Connect shit, right? Under Microsoft. And then they made
Grab
that
by the
Banjo.
Ghoulies. Don't forget Grab by the Ghoulies. That game was ass. But oh, don't forget Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, the game that killed the franchise. Actually, Viva Pinata. Bring back Viva Pinata. That's the best game that they made under Xbox, outside of Sea of Thieves.
That was rare, huh?
That was rare. So let's look at this. All right, Halo Studios. Halo, they need to start passing the Halo franchise to everybody. Anyone who wants to make a Halo game, no matter who it is, give Halo to Punkle. Let them make a Halo Survivors game. Or actually just give the guy who made the Halo Survivors game budget, Spartan Survivors. Give him budget in the actual Halo title, and then make a full-on Halo Survivors game. Free money. Give Halo to, let's see, what's a good sci-fi action game that's come out recently?
Fucking Gearbox.
Oh, give Halo to what's their name? What's our favorite third person shooter? People Can Fly. People Can Fly can do anything. Yeah. Give Halo to them. Give them Spartan Lock. Let them make a Spartan Lock game. Or even Wild Flying Hog. Weren't they just working on something new? I forgot what they were working on. Flying Wild Hog, that's her name. That's the Shadow Warrior studio.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, start passing Halo out like candy. Halo needs to be Mario in everything. Halo Racers. If it actually, anything that you see Star Wars doing, Halo should be in that same genre. We need Halo XCOM. We need Halo Racers. We need Halo RTS. We already got Halo RTSs, but and then we also have the Halo MMO, which that I'm like 20% sure, or no, I'm 80% sure that game is never gonna see the light, because they let fucking that MMO from ZeniMax Studios, ZeniMax Online, die because of budget. A Halo MMO, yeah, they're gonna see that budget keep rising, and they're not gonna let that shit happen. So they might as well cancel that shit now. All right, the Coalition, they're doing what they're doing. Gears of War is gonna hit. We all good there. In Exile, Clockwork Revolution is gonna hit. They're good. Mojang, they are literally the moneymaker, but Asha did say that they're about to expand Minecraft like everywhere. So expect more than just Minecraft Dungeons 2. We're about to get way more Minecraft games. Minecraft is really supposed to be like Mario, because a Minecraft kart racer, Minecraft, even though technically you can do all of that in Minecraft itself, but like most people who don't play Minecraft would not go into Minecraft just to play a kart racer. But a kart racer with Minecraft, yeah, I feel like a lot of people would just pick that up if it's good. And then just throw some Xbox characters in there, like just blocky versions of Master Chief, blocky version of Marcus Phoenix. It's perfect. Obsidian, they already got relegated to Fallout. Like they lost their freedom. Playground, they doing what they doing. Forza Horizon 6 did what it was supposed to do. Fable is hopefully gonna do what it's supposed to do. Rare, honestly don't even know what to do with them. Bring back Connect. That's all I can say for them. Turn 10, RIP. World's Edge, we already talked about them. Then we got Bethesda Game Studios. They're working on Elder Scrolls 6. and nothing else, because unlike Obsidian, everyone works on one game at a time and they make sure that that game is good. Hopefully, better be. Id Soft, RIP. But I'm guessing they're moving to Quake, because that is one of the games that Asha said that they're going to be focused on. Machine Games is 100% working on Wolfenstein now, because Asha also said that Wolfenstein is one that they want to focus on. ZeniMax Online, I mean, Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, not Elder Scrolls 6, Elder Scrolls Online, because their only other project was canceled. Blackbird or whatever it was called. So keep working on Elder Scrolls Online, I guess. And then we got Activision, which let me see. I need a list of all the Activision studios. Feel like you need to break up the Activision, the Call of Duty salt mines, but at the same time, you have to do that without letting Call of Duty suffer any delays or quality, which is,
I don't know if that's possible.
Exactly. AI. That's where you put the AI. Test it out on Call of Duty. See what happens. I don't think Call of Duty players would actually be able to tell the difference. They're gonna be like, this shit ass. This is worse than the last Call of Duty, and they're gonna keep playing it. So yeah, Raven. We need Raven outside the salt mines, bro. We need games like Singularity back. We need games like fucking the Wolverine game, the Wolverine Origins game, bro. Raven Software is way too good to just be making Warzone of all things, and then some of the campaigns. Sledgehammer, leave them on Call of Duty. Don't let them touch anything. I'm wondering if Treyarch is still working on that RPG, or has that been canceled? Because I remember there were
talking about elsewhere.
No. Treyarch was working on a side game that
Really?
was an RPG.
I didn't hear about that.
Let me see if there's been any updates for that. Google, I can't stand you. I put Treyarch RPG. It was like, are you referring to the RPG 7 rocket launcher in Treyarch? Like, bro. Oh man,
That's hella funny.
yeah. Wait. Let me see. Treyarch developing RPG. Or was it Sledgehammer? This is from 2026. Sledgehammer is developing an action RPG. But I could have sworn Treyarch was making one as well. I don't know. So maybe it got past the Sledgehammer, because they were like, Sledgehammer, you can't work on Call of Duty no more. Everything you touch dies. So work on this action RPG instead. So yeah, this is actually coming from Insider Gaming. Sledgehammer is working on an action RPG with deep lore, it's claimed. Whatever that means. I don't know. We'll see if anything ever comes of that. But let's wrap this up. How are you feeling about Xbox after everything? The future of Xbox. Do you think we're gonna hit growth in 2027, like Asha said?
I mean, if they continue to focus on their biggest IPs, yeah. Honestly, I feel like they will. They're gonna get a ton of users with well, hopefully you'd assume that they will, because people like how Gears Day looks. I think Gears Day looks pretty solid. um People are starting to turn around to the Combat Evolved remake too. That's starting to be a little bit more positive, I'm seeing as well.
Yeah, the previews were also like really, they were really hyping up those prequel missions.
Yep. They were saying like it's pretty solid. And then Gears Day is probably going to be a pretty big smash hit. That's coming off of Forza, which people really liked, and that's going to come to PlayStation, so they're going to get a little jump in revenue for that. And then it's probably going to culminate in Fable, and Fable's probably going to be a pretty big hit for them. And it'll probably get some people through the door, or like, and maybe that's when their favor will turn a little bit, where it's like, yeah, they can deliver these single player games, but and then after that, we'll see who's ready. Honestly, we'll see what they got.
Get that Elder Scrolls 6 trailer for the first time in 2027.
Yeah.
And then I feel like that'll be the turning point. And then just put that Helix exclusively on Helix. Nah,
that'd be crazy.
I mean, it should be exclusive, but like I'm pretty sure they're gonna put it on Xbox Series X. But if they say exclusively on the Xbox Helix or whatever it's called, that would like be crazy. Because they're gonna make most of their money off PC anyways. But if they can sell, like, if there's any game that would sell a console that nobody would actually want if it wasn't for an exclusive game, it would be Elder Scrolls 6. As long as it hits, of course. It has to be like the Skyrim. Maybe not Skyrim, but it just has to be really good. I don't think they'll ever replicate what Skyrim did for RPGs. But yeah, man. I'm like, obviously it had to get bad for them to, like they say, it's a reset, and not every reset is going to be clean. Like, they are restructuring things and everything that they're saying. Like, I like the transparency. I know some people don't like, oh, they're just talking, it's all yapping and all this. I'm like she's telling you everything. Like, it's not like she's like, yapping would be more, like everything, like Bill would always hide the bad, which I feel like you could say that's yapping, because we knew that there was bad. It was bad, but you could never tell how bad it actually was, because they would just hide everything under the rug, negative. And then you would just be like, yeah, Game Pass is great. Our games are great. And sometimes we miss just a tad bit, just a little bit we miss. But ultimately, Xbox is great. And then they lay off like 10,000 people after and close down studios. So I do like that she's being transparent about it is bad, but also she's telling you what's changing to make sure that things get better. Now, obviously, she's not going to tell you every little detail, but I do like the transparency at the very least, because it does seem like she does have a plan in place, and we can see the results of the things that she's doing or at least you can look back and be like, okay, maybe them cutting those management layers down to 5 did help. Maybe like, and then we can see when the Fallout game comes out, forcing Obsidian to 100% focus on Fallout instead of making other games. That did work out for them. Now Obsidian is no longer in danger of being divested as well, like things like that. I do think there were some things that were short-sighted. I feel like Undead Labs being divested is very short-sighted. I do feel like State of Decay 3 will actually hit, and it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a pretty big hit, and they are gonna miss out on that for some short-term gains. But I hope that State of Decay 3 is a smash hit, and that just shows them like how short-sighted they can be, and maybe that'll deter them from doing shit like that again. So we'll see. But anything else you wanted to add as far as Xbox layoffs, Xbox future, anything?
I hope they get it together, man. Hopefully this pays off for them.
Hopefully sure. This is the last Xbox reset that we'll ever need.
Yeah.
But with that, let's go ahead and get out of here. We went back to a long one. We That is it. That is all we have for you guys today. Thank you all for tuning in, and all the people leaving comments in the chat. We do appreciate the support. Make sure you guys hit that like, because we love you guys and it helps us grow this channel. If you're not subscribed and you enjoyed the show, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated for when Dual-Wield premieres. Now let's go ahead and get these outros. Subegos, appreciate you for pulling up. Where can we find you? What you got going on?
Yes, you guys can find me on youtube.com/Subegels. I'm on Twitch as well at Subegels. I'm on what's it called? Twitter at Subeg Dollywall, Instagram Subeg Dollywall. Yeah, for sure. That's in the Discord. Tap into the Discord for sure. Tapping into the videos. I'm gonna keep on trying. I'm gonna keep on doing it. I have an idea for my next one, but I have a goal. Like I want to do at least one short and one full video a week. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, tap into that if you guys want. It might not always be about games. It might be about other shit. It might just be random shit. You never know. But yeah, definitely tap into that.
All right, no doubt. And as for myself, Don Otaku, you can find me on Twitter at PastaFeetF3ET, where I'm over here trying to, I'm killing these damn, like it's hilarious that these fanboys are like fighting over PlayStation and Xbox, but like there's the third group who's like, the gaming industry is cooked. Look at PlayStation, Xbox, and Valve, and then they try to throw Nintendo in there. I was like, bro, what? Like, and I'm like, how are y'all trying to throw Nintendo in here when they have literally been doing nothing but positive shit this whole time? But yeah, I'm over here destroying everybody. I'm going at everybody. But yeah, man, Twitter, twitch.tv/Otaku the Don, and YouTube right here where you can find me. Where not only are we doing Dual-Wield every Thursday, project entitled Gaming Podcast every Saturday live, except for 4th of July. We missed that one, but we will be back this Saturday. And Lords of Gaming got an article coming out, 20 games to look forward to for the rest of the year. So look forward to that. I think it should be releasing tomorrow. Should be. So other than that, though, any final words for the people to get them through the week?
Final word for the peeps: Splatoon Raiders. See if more people supported Splatoon Raiders the way they fucking supported Destiny 2 or some shit, this world would be a better place, bro.
Everyone who got booted by Bungie out of Destiny 2, it's time to move to Splatoon Raiders, because that's the next. We look, if we get enough sales for Splatoon Raiders, we gonna get a 10-year plan for that game. That's what we need. We need the full 10-year plan for Splatoon Raiders, bro. It's about to be lit.
Yeah.
All right. With that, let's go ahead and get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy your week, your weekend, month, year, Splatoon Raiders, all that. And fuck off as usual. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.